Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, but it doesn't match with the music.
I'm very lightheaded here. It's Big Rich, CD, and Fletch. It's San Diego Sports 760. Happy Wednesday to those who celebrate. Welcome in. Happy Hump Day. Mike. Why do you hear my voice and not the beautiful, sultry sounds of Richard Hornberger? He's on vacation. Okay, he's taking a few days off. Flying.
He's had a Mai Tai yet?
Is he there?
He's flying today.
Okay. All right, he's heading overseas, heading to an undisclosed beach. Meanwhile, sitting in the Rich Hornberger seat, you hear him every single day here on San Diego Sports 760 from noon to 3 on the Darren Smith Show. He's usually spinning the ones and twos, sitting in the Fletch position, but now in the Hornberger position. It's going to get weird. Jonathan Rifkin, everybody. Jonathan Rifkin, welcome to the show.
I'm going to give myself a round of applause for being here.
You
today.
should.
Yeah.
You should. Absolutely.
Now,
how are you feeling?
First of all, I'm feeling tired.
Okay.
But I'm feeling energized.
If that works.
You know that. You know, like that tired energy?
Yeah.
That's what I have. Now, being around Fletch typically exhausts me anyways. So I appreciate that we have you here as a buffer. So can I just get ahead of this really?
Wait, is this going to be a Padres dust up? Are we going to clear the benches?
Oh, you might just get a lap.
Winkler, Profar. Now listen, but before we begin here, I want to get ahead of a couple of things. Number one,
from the waist down.
Not take off a couple of things. I am severely worried that I'm going to be too mean to Fletch over the next 5 shows.
Well, I can already feel the tension. It's already started.
I don't even know why.
It's like a subconscious thing. As soon as these mics go on, man, and we're together. Like one time, the very first time you and I were on the air together, doing the Juan Soto show, I'm pretty sure I said I was gonna kick your fat ass in basketball.
Yeah, that did happen.
And Brian Long confronted me about it, and it wasn't a problem, but it was a problem. And so I don't want to regress back to that state. I also would like to file a hypothetical motion to the court, which this is illegal in iHeartland, but we're gonna do it anyways. I would like to change the name of the show to J-Riff, TD, and Fletch.
No.
I don't know if we can do that. You've got some big shoes to fill, figuratively and literally. Rich Hornberger has giant feet. What do you got? What size shoe you wearing?
This is the wrong show to say this. I have small feet.
Makes sense.
Of course.
You know what? Just for the first 3 minutes of the show, why don't you go ahead and take the first lap of the day? Take it early.
Why?
Because he just came in all hot. You know,
he's got to. I don't know.
My exuberance is going to be punished, Fletcher.
Yeah, no, I think first lap of the day goes to J-Riff.
I feel like there's no lap that should be given as of yet.
I think there should be a lap.
No,
he's already trying to change the name of the show.
You're just doling out laps.
It's not you.
Fine. This is true, which is unusual. The Padres, man. The Padres are in fuego. They're on fire. They've won 6 of their last 7 after a 5-game losing streak. I don't know if they'll ever lose again at this point because Profar does it again. Come on.
Text line agrees there should be a lap given out. Just throwing that out there early. But last night was incredible, wasn't it? It was really like a movie. I think that was one of the better Padres games that we've seen all year. And I love that it started right off the bat with the benches clearing because we thought it might happen after, Tuesday's game where Jerks and Profar celebrated in the direction of the Nationals dugout. And then right away yesterday, both benches clear. And then right after both benches clear, there's an ejectable offense by Mackenzie Gore. He doesn't get ejected. Mike Schilt gets ejected. 98 miles an hour. It doesn't matter. It's a fastball he was in after warnings had been given out. That should have been an ejection. Mike Schilt had every right to be as pissed off as he was. Mike Schilt's the one who gets the boot. And then Manny Machado steps up and does what a leader does. We've given Manny Machado probably a lot this year, both ways. We've given him credit when things go good. We've given him a lot of blame when things go bad because that's what it means when you are the leader of a team. And Manny Machado gets a ton of credit for yesterday because his guy was down. His guy got hit. He steps up and hits the home run, and it was a bomb. That was the hardest ball Manny Machado's hit all year.
When you watch games like that last night, you go, wait a minute. Maybe this Padres team does have a little of the special sauce. Maybe there is something there. But how do you make it there consistently? Because do we all think that Profar is going to stay this hot for the remainder of the season?
Yes.
You do.
At this end, he's not going to be this hot. But I think that he's proven that he is the consistent bat on this team. At least, look, Tatis is out until at least after the All-Star break. Probably going to be longer, right?
That's what he said.
And
after.
And so at this point, like, it's not a question of will Profar. It's like they need Profar's bat to stay hot. Like this team is in a wild card race. They are proving that they have that special sauce in big moments. The problem is the big moments are coming against the Nationals and the A's. Like, I would like to see it against the Dodgers. I would like to see it against the Phillies. Now, we saw it against the Brewers. They didn't need to walk off against the Brewers. They won 3 or 4. That was pretty good. But you're right. Like,
didn't they win the series last time against the Dodgers?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. In fact, they've won every series or tied a series with the Dodgers so far this year.
Did any of that convince you that this team is better than the Dodgers? No, absolutely not.
No,
right.
No,
so
did not.
We need more against better teams for me to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this team, like, because like you could be a fourth quarter team, but if you're a fourth quarter team against the bottom half of the league, like, what does that say about you? It means that you're a middle of the road team, and this team is 2 games over 500. So I think that we need to see them blow out some of these teams, and then maybe get me a couple walk-offs against better teams.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, J-Riff. I'm just if you look at the record of the Padres, which is now 2 games over 500, which is not blowing the doors off anything, but earlier on in the season, they were beating good teams. It was the bad teams that they fell down against.
The Rockies. It was the sweep against the Rockies, the sweep against the Angels. There was one more in there. They got swept by another bad team. But that's the point of this team, is they've actually been pretty good against better competition, and they've seemed to have played up or down to their competition every time. But last night, I think needs to be really honed in on as the moment, right? I know we've said it a million times, and the turning point conversation is overplayed in San Diego. But last night did show you something about this team. They got some stones. Jerks and Profar's got some stones. Because for him to step up in the 6th inning and then hit the grand slam the way he did, you ready for my Rich Ornberger analogy?
Yeah.
You know, you do the quarterback real estate market.
Right.
He does it's a car wash, but really it's an NFL player.
This is going to make no sense.
It's going to make a little sense.
Little stitches.
You remember in 2020 when the stock market went cuckoo? And it was like Dogecoin all of a sudden was making people millionaires.
Mm-hmm. And GameStop,
AMC. So that's Jerks and Profar, right? He is the GameStop, the AMC. Because it wasn't...
You calling him old?
Wait.
No, it wasn't supposed to be this good.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, it blew up like crazy.
Right.
And everybody is getting rich because of Jerks and Profar. Well, Jerks and Profar is just steadily climbing. And he is way overperforming, A, his contract, and B, his expectations. The dude is the reason the Padres are 2 games over 500 right now and not 5 games under 500.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with that. I hope it's not that exact analogy, because those came crashing down.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going to happen. So Profar is going to do great.
Portnoy just threw like $500,000 into one of them.
Wow. I mean, that's insane. You still have Dogecoin?
No, I think my tax guy told me I need to get rid of all of it.
If you would have kept it since your tax guy told you to get rid of it,
it would have been worth like $3,000 right now.
You have a tax guy?
I do. Yeah.
I didn't. Never mind. It's fine.
You didn't think I made enough money to have a tax guy?
Where can I just say, like, if this was like 2 years ago, I would have come out and said exactly what you just said. I don't think that you make enough money to justify having a tax guy, but I didn't say it because over my tenure here at iHeart San Diego, I've learned to have a filter on what I say.
How about that?
So then once you get married and you have the dual income,
shocking.
You kind of need a tax guy, because I'm not smart enough to figure all that out. You'll find out. You're getting on the knee soon, aren't you?
You know,
wait, are we gonna break this down on air right now?
She's in Ohio right now, so she might be listening given the time difference. But I did tell her that every time I'm on with you guys, normally Travis is the one that brings this up.
Uh-huh.
And if I do propose, it's probably because Travis Dale is holding a knife over me.
Wow. Well, listen, Jenna is an exceptional human being, and you are way, way above your pay grade there with Jenna. So
literally, and metaphorically,
if you can lock that up, I mean, I would. That's all I'm saying. That's you got the right one. When
it's rare to find a beautiful breadwinner with a great personality who's also smart, and I did.
Thank you, Sarah. I love you. That's all I'm saying.
It seems like everyone in sports radio kind of does.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you think about John Schaefer.
Overshoot.
Like, there's no further look at the Jim Russell. He is literally the worst human being I've ever met. And Jim Russell has now married a gorgeous Erin. Like, she's the best.
Are we finding women who are looking at us going, he's broken, but I think I can fix him?
I think so.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Fletch's wife is a teacher, right? Because, and he clearly needs some guidance in that department.
Right.
Your wife and my girlfriend are both psychologists because we need help in that department. Like, we marry to our deficiencies.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what's happened. It's exactly what happened.
Well, last night was a little bit of a movie at Petco Park. If you missed it, 9-7 win for the Padres, full of drama. The benches cleared in the first inning. Mike Schilt was ejected. Mackenzie Gore, former Padre, actually being jerks and Profar with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball low and in after warnings had been admitted. So no ejection for Mackenzie Gore, which is still a little mind-boggling. But immediately after Profar was hit by that pitch, Manny Machado hit a monster home run to left field. And then in the sixth inning, Jerks and Profar steps to the plate, hitting a grand slam, winning the game for the Pods. Pods win at 9-7. In the NBA, New York Knicks adding Mikal Bridges to the team via trade. They sent pretty much all their draft picks to the Nets. The Knicks lost in the Eastern Conference semifinals this season, mainly because everybody got hurt. So they're hoping Mikal Bridges comes in and can add some stability to their team. And then in NHL, did you guys see the numbers of the Stanley Cup final, the final game on Monday night?
I did not see them.
So this was the first hockey game I've watched in years, and from start to finish. And I honestly...
You didn't watch the hockey game?
No.
It was pretty fantastic.
It was cool.
Like, I had a great time watching that game.
I was watching Brazil and Costa Rica.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to be the one to say
what?
it. But we did have a discussion before the show.
That every time
and
soccer's brought up.
I'm holding you to your word. I'm holding you to your word, Fletch. Let's hear it.
Lap.
What? Because I'm just
you
trying
know
to
where
bring
the lap
another
goes?
element to the show.
I think he's ever been on the lap.
Guys, I get my steps in. It doesn't matter. I promise.
So, what were you watching? Brazil and what?
Costa Rica, Copa America.
Soccer?
Football.
No, come on. We don't call that soccer. What
Dude,
are we
I'll
doing
leave it
here?
up to you, man.
What are we doing right now? My head is spinning.
All right, fine. I'll go take my lap
Thank
so you can take care.
Thank you.
So in hockey,
So hockey.
Yeah, the NHL Stanley Cup final, the final game Monday night. It was a 3-3 series, game 7, two best words in sports.
No walking, pal. No walking. Got a Celsius in hand as he takes the trot.
So 2023, the NHL, the Stanley Cup final got to a game 5. And in the game 5, 2.27 million viewers were watching in 2023.
Okay.
Monday night, 7.7 million viewers in America, 16.3 million viewers for all of North America watched game 7. Now, that is a bigger number, the 16.3. That's a bigger number than any World Series game got last year.
Wow.
That's a bigger number than any NBA Finals game got this year, which averaged around 12 for the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at hockey, they had themselves a night, man. And I don't know if it's Oilers girl or if it's the fact that it was a game 7 or maybe it was Alanis Morissette singing the national anthems.
I would say all those things. All those things help out with that number. Now, what also helps with the number is the NBA playoffs were abysmal. They were boring. So while the NBA playoffs were happening, so were the NHL playoffs, and they were exciting. So you had sports fans who were just clicking over, even if they were getting a taste of the NHL, getting a taste of hockey, only watching 10, 15 minutes of a game. All of a sudden, you have that tiny bit of investment. And then with the hype around everything, the Panthers could win this thing for the first time. They were up 3-0. They give up 3 games. The Oilers girl, will she be there if they win? Does she celebrate? Does anybody get it on camera? Are they going to post it immediately? Will that get sent to us? Will it be in the group text? A lot of things, right?
What website is it at? I think Playboy making the announcement at the time they made the announcement helped out too.
Oh, absolutely.
What was it, the day before or was it the morning of?
I think it was the day before.
I think the day before they make the announcement that Kate the Oilers girl is going to be on a edition of Playboy.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, how many clicks did that get?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, the product produced. So I tuned in at 5:00 because that was supposed to be puck drop. There was about 25 minutes of pre-game hype before that, and it was awesome. I was there for every minute of it. The game was great. I got all the hockey now.
Are we hockey fans?
Well,
you guys should go. You know what?
Say no.
Going to a hockey game. We all know this. Going to a hockey game is way more fun than watching it.
It's a blast.
We are all fans. Like if we had an NHL, we have the San Diego Gulls. Nothing against the Gulls; they've not been very good for a couple of years at this point. They're fun.
Those games are fun.
They are fun to go to.
Super fun.
But if we had an NHL team, we would be a hockey town.
Yeah,
Hang on. Do you remember what I just remembered?
What's that?
Weren't we supposed to ride the Zamboni?
Yeah, we were supposed to ride this. You know what? We were talking about
Was that
hockey
our fault?
yesterday.
Oh no, actually,
I don't know.
I got a call from their PA guy, Callum McClurg, and he told me you guys were too much of a liability, and that they just decided to axe you from that opportunity.
I don't feel like that's correct. Liability is in driving the Zamboni.
I mean, the truth is really hard to accept. I get it, but
I mean, I would understand if it was like before SDFatloss.com.
Yeah,
And they're like, there's a weight limit on the Zamboni.
I mean,
but now look at us.
because we know that underneath that ice is a gigantic lake, and if it breaks free, we will just drown and die.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of understand.
Well, my thing is will this carry over? The success that the Stanley Cup final had this year, will that carry over into next season? Will we see any sort of spike in popularity or relevance of NHL hockey 2025?
I think it will. I don't think it's going to be that big of a spike. So if 2.27 million has been the average, maybe it clicks up to 2.5 or 2.7. You're always going to have a little bit of attrition every single time you get a pay raise, right? Every single time that there's more people who tune in, you're going to find some fans. You're going to find some people who go, oh, you know what? I really like this. I'm going to follow it. Look at your social media pages. 100,000 people see a video you put out there, and 100 people decide they're going to follow you.
I'm curious to know if these ratings include the Canadian audience.
It does. So the 16.3 number is all of North America.
So that's an important contingency because Canadian teams don't make Stanley Cups very often. This is the first time in 34 years. Like, they haven't won a Stanley Cup in 34 years, right? So my guess is, like, I have friends who are from Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. They were all watching the Stanley Cup final because they were pulling for Edmonton because they finally wanted a Canadian team to win a Stanley Cup. So I'm wondering if that uptick in rating is an attribution to the fact that there's an entire country that was rooting for this one team versus the Florida Panthers, who are probably just getting some casuals and Florida Panthers watching.
Yeah, so 2023, 2.27 million was domestic. That was U.S. 2024, 7.7 million was domestic. 16.3 was all of North America.
So there is a separator.
But you're still talking a 300% increase in viewership just in America. So I'm telling you, the product was good. There were so many great games that people could tune in at any moment and find the excitement.
For sure.
So whereas the NBA playoffs, there were some moments. Yeah, well, but so many games
for me and for Frankie V because we're Celtic fans.
But
first, I mean, look,
but for the rest of the world,
the truth is like Luka is really fun to watch and Kyrie can be fun to watch, but that isn't the matchup that people are going to care. Like, people in San Diego don't care about Boston and Dallas. Like, if LA was in it, probably a different story. Heck, even if New York found it, this wasn't the matchup to try and contest the numbers of the NHL.
The matchup wouldn't matter if it got to a game 7 and it was competitive and the games were exciting. The matchup would become secondary because I don't care about Edmonton Oilers or Florida Panthers. I
care about Kate.
Oilers girl Kate means a lot to this show.
But you know the name Connor McDavid.
We do now.
Yeah, I do
you
now.
Didn't know Connor McDavid
before?
I didn't know before the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. I didn't know other than he was on one of my Prize Picks reads.
You didn't do some research.
No. I mean, I knew he was a hockey player.
Don't tell Prize Picks.
I would not have been able to pick him out of a lineup until the playoffs began this year, and he started going on this run. All right,
More
we got
or less
Wheel of Football that we're going to do coming up next.
We don't have a wheel.
Yeah, but we're 70 days out.
Oh my God.
70 days from kickoff 2024.
So wide.
Tomorrow is
69
days.
So tomorrow we can also start doing we put up a player every day. So tomorrow is Gronk because he was number 69.
Okay.
Could be fun. But we never played the highlights from last night. Manny Machado. So this was right after the benches cleared and Jurickson Profar got hit in the leg by the Mackenzie Gore fastball, 98 miles an hour. Mackenzie Gore didn't get ejected. Somehow Mike Schilt did. But Manny Machado steps up to the plate and Don Orsillo on the call.
God. I mean,
How about them apples?
Yeah.
Come on, Don.
What's wrong with that? How about them apples?
How about that? That call was a 10 until how about them apples?
No, how about them apples did not hurt that call.
That call was a 12 the entire way. And
how about them apples?
Did you hear he had to make up for his Profar game-winning hit the other night, in my opinion. And not only did he make up for it, I think he gave us the call of the year in that call.
Yeah, the emphasis on pay.
And intentionally.
Yeah.
how to pull that out of your hat impromptu is otherworldly.
The Jerkson Profar in the 6th inning steps up, bases loaded, and he does this.
It's absolutely sick. By the way, is there any other sound in sports when you hear that bat crack?
No.
And it's so sweet that you go, that one's gone.
No.
Like I know by the sound that one's gone.
No other sport.
It's incredible. It's incredible. You know what I love about this Padres team is that there is fight there. Because whenever I watch the Dodgers year after year, season after season, you go, oh my gosh, they're down, but they're not out. Like the game's never over. So they could be down by a few runs. You're in the 9th inning and you go, I don't know, stupid Dodgers are going to come back and win this thing somehow. The Padres have that fight. They've been doing that. There's been several games here they've had to dig out of holes, and they are playing above expectations right now, in my opinion. That with all the injuries, with all the superstars out, they are playing above expectations.
They are definitely playing above expectations, but the expectation wasn't for them. At least in my opinion, I didn't have the expectation that this Padre team was going to be incredible. And so this is a welcoming sight. It's a good feeling. But again, like what we said before, like I think that we need a little bit more consistently.
By the way, I will say that 7 games ago, I was saying that this is exactly what this team is. So
Well, it still is.
Yeah.
They're 2 games over 500.
Yes.
What was your preseason prediction? Was it 76?
I thought you said 102.
Me? No,
No.
I was way low.
No, I'm kidding. I don't
I think I said 76.
I think
wins.
I said 78, and
Yeah.
I don't know that I
it
would
was
really
quite
change
under.
my mind right now.
What are they on pace for? We're halfway through.
They're 2 games over 500. I mean,
Are we exactly halfway through?
No,
What's
we're 4 games
and-
over now.
Or 4 games over.
Yeah, so I mean they're on pace to finish 1 or 2 games over.
So like 80 something. Okay, so they're probably gonna hit the over.
unless they don't.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
we've seen this team go like this all season long, and right now they're up, and it feels really good. But I'm not expecting
They're
next
also-
week.
There's
the
likely,
superstars on the team are not supposed to be playing this well.
but there's also going to be. Well, then you mean the non-superstars
Well,
right,
that's
because
what-
the
that's what I
superstars
mean.
are Jerks and
Correct.
Profar,
That's
Donovan
right,
Solano,
exactly what
and
I
Matt
mean.
Waldron.
and Jackson Merrill.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that when you're looking at the superstars on the Padres this season, those superstars are the lowest paid players on the team.
I understand.
So all of your high paid players, 1, they're either injured and not playing, or 2, not producing consistently. So there's an issue. You want to throw us to break, J-Riff?
Do I want to throw you to break?
We're gonna do a little
Throw
wheel
you-
of football.
All right, coming up next.
There we
on
go.
Big Rich, TD,
Oh
and
my
Fletch.
gosh.
It's the
happening?
Wheel of Football. It's a Wednesday morning. Keep it here, San Diego Sports 760.
Hit us up on the Talkback mic. Just open up that free iHeartRadio app, listen to San Diego Sports 760, and tap that little microphone icon next to the play button. Leave us a 30-second talkback. TD usually sings something here, so San Diego Sports 760, we're more than great sports.
Oh!
This update is presented by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Quite the night at Petco Park last night. Benches clearing in the first inning. Manny Machado responds by hitting a home run, and then in the sixth, Jerkson Profar steps up to the plate. Grand slam. Padres win at 9-7. One more against the Nationals today. Dylan C is going to be on the bump for getaway day. We do have Kevin Acee coming up at 8:30 this morning. In the NBA, New York Knicks adding Mikal Bridges via trade after losing in the Eastern Conference semifinals this season. After Amelia got home from Iraq, she was able to enroll in VA healthcare, and she knows the VA is going to be here for her when she needs it. Get what you earned. Visit choose.va.gov. Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Sports 760, Big Rich, TD, and Pledge J-Riff filling in for Little Rich.
just the little part.
Oh, he goes by Big Rich, and I figured I'd go Little Rich. I don't know.
I want to repeat that.
All right, Big Rich filling in for Big Rich. I'm Little Riff. Is that better?
Okay. All right.
This
All
is
right.
hard,
I
guys.
see where you're going there. See where you're going there.
Fletch is taking. You know, I was thinking of the over/under on laps between Travis and me, who's going to have to take more over the next 5 shows.
Yeah.
And so far, I think I'm up 2.
Yeah. Did you take 2 laps in a row?
I took another one in my mind.
Listen, got it. When you came back in here, you weren't out of breath at all, which was shocking.
Because I, do cardio sometimes.
I don't know what that is.
I do get notifications that you close your rings though. So.
Oh yeah, well, because you know what, I work around the house. So like yesterday, I was building shelves.
I wonder if vomiting adds to your workouts.
Yeah, maybe it probably increases my heart rate. I have not vomited
and blood pressure.
Vomited in. It does.
Yeah,
that's cool. You know what else is cool? What raises my blood pressure? New Kids on the Block tickets. Paul Abdul's going to be there, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and we got a pair we're giving away. They're going to be at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater July 7th. Deets and seats, go to Ticketmaster.com. If you'd like to win them, make sure you have it locked in here all day long. Cue the horns. Oh my God. Oh my God. The countdown continues. We are now how many days away, Fletch?
We're 70 days, but we are also 17 hours, 25 minutes, and 16 seconds away from kickoff between the Chiefs and the Ravens in Kansas City at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium.
That's how you say it. That's how you say it. We learned that yesterday.
Not pronounce it Geha.
No, that is not how you say it.
What does it stand for?
General
Is
No. Government.
Government. Yeah. What is it? GE?
Yeah.
General Electric.
No, it's something health association.
Yeah. GEH.
Governmental.
Hang
Not
on.
important.
Hang on. Now I feel like I have to know.
Website.
Golly. GEHA.
About us.
There
we go.
I don't know.
Oh, here.
There it is. Government Employees Health Association. God, that was going to haunt me if I didn't figure it out. Wow. Anyways, 70 days away. It's a big deal. We're counting it down, and Fletch thought we should play a little Wheel of Football. Oh, you have it. Cool. It's kind of spun backwards.
What we're gonna
we
do
had
today.
to do a little office clean out, and they removed the Wheel of Football, which
We don't
was
know where
very
they
sad.
put it. It's not in the office
No,
or not office.
we
or whatever.
don't know.
It's got to be buried in Narnia somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't have a wallet today, so I can't open any doors.
But here's what I thought we would do. So we're going to take two divisions completely out of it, the AFC West and the NFC West, because it seems like those are the two where we have at least an idea,
Okay.
predetermined who the winner is between
Okay.
the Niners and the Chiefs.
All right.
But we'll go through the other three divisions in each side. We'll start with the AFC, and that's the only thing that's on the wheel right now, which is totally real and right behind me.
Right.
So, TD, you're first. I'm going to spin the wheel for you,
Okay.
and then you're going to tell me who's going to win that division.
Okay.
This sounds like when I walk by the bathroom sometimes.
And we're waiting for the wheels of very good ball bearings on this
Dude,
wheel.
he had traps.
All
That
right.
uses traps.
All right. What's the coverage? Just
You
look
got
at me.
The AFC East.
The
Bills,
A-
Dolphins, Jets,
Ooh.
Patriots.
You know what? This one is a little tricky for me, and probably tricky for a lot of people. This is one of those divisions that is going to be very well contested, and it should be as long as Aaron Rodgers is there. But I don't see the Miami Dolphins falling off too much. I don't see the Bills falling off too much. So it would just be the Jets stepping up and taking wins away. I would probably stick with the Buffalo Bills here, winning this division. The end.
You like that?
Final answer, Buffalo Bills.
So let's see. Aaron Rodgers coming back to the Jets does nothing for you.
No,
No.
It does. It does do a lot for me. I'm just saying, putting my trust. J-Riff says no. Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Dude,
The
Aaron
guy's
Rodgers
washed.
might actually suck.
Wow. Wow.
The best wheel we've ever had.
I mean, this thing just spins. Insane. Also,
Okay, there it is.
was this recorded in a bathroom, by the way?
Probably.
That's why it's not a wheel spinning that
Well, it's
you're
not
hearing.
recorded. It's
Got
right behind me.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
right.
right
That's
here.
right.
It's
That's
really
right.
big.
Echoing.
AFC South, that'll go to me. Texans, Jags, Colts, and Titans. Look, I love CJ Stroud, and I haven't been shy about that. And I do think his second year, which is usually when we see quarterbacks pop, usually they struggle in their first year. If his second year is even better than his first year, the Texans should walk to win this division because I don't have a ton of faith in Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. The Colts with Anthony Richardson, we'll see how he does coming off of injury. And then the Titans, like Will Levis, we know he's got a cannon, and he also has a pretty good arm. So you look at this division, it's going to be competitive, but I do think CJ Stroud and the Texans just go way above everybody else.
How is that not
what-
a lap?
What? What? What are you talking about? That's gold, buddy.
Have
I
you
don't
not
know.
seen the
Yeah.
video?
What? Hang on. Oilers girl or what's Will Levis's girlfriend's name?
Gia, they're exes now. Gia Duddy.
Oh, that's his ex? Oh.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Because of the thing?
which
Not
one?
because of the no, they broke up long before that. I
Oh.
think they broke up shortly after draft night when he was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and then he ended up in the second
I
round.
think you would have to go Oilers girl Kate on this because of what she's done for the sport.
No, where does that even come from?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, look at the attention that was brought.
Right, but there's
It's-
no NFL team named Oilers anymore.
No, I'm talking about Oilers girl Kate.
Yeah, he's
Is she a hockey or is she a football fan?
No, I'm just saying that we've had 2 women who are bringing attention to sports, and I'm just judging them. I do think there should be an Oilers team. Actually, I like the.
What
I like
is
the
an
name
Oilers girl
better.
can't have
Wait.
anything to do with football?
I was just you brought up Will Levis. That's all.
I got
That was
Texans.
it. I got Texans here too. I think this is hands down Texans all day long. J-Riff?
I called CJ Stroud a couple times when he was in high school. I am a bigger CJ Stroud
Like
fan
at home?
than-
Like on his phone?
No, like I did play-by-play when he was at Rancho Cucamonga High School.
Does his parents know you called him?
I got their blessing. Don't
Wow.
worry. So
Over at Rancho
I'm at Rancho Cucamonga. I will
Cucamonga?
always be on the CJ Stroud fan.
Nice. Just up at Rancho Cucamonga. Shopping little Bass Pro Shops.
How close is Bass Pro Shops?
You know what?
That's a schlep.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought it was until I looked at a map, and then said there was one in Irvine, which I don't believe. Now I have to
Well,
look.
you look that up. I believe I'm up, and I believe it's the NFC South.
AFC North.
AFC North. Sorry. Ravens, Browns, Steelers,
Wow.
Bengals. We all know it's going to be the Ravens. Browns are weak. Even if they have Deshaun Watson, they're still weak. Steelers are weaker because they have 3 quarterbacks. None of them any of us trust. The Bengals, Joe Burrow can't stay healthy. I also called Jermaine Burton when he was at Calabasas High School. They drafted
On
him
FaceTime?
More
It was-
name
it
dropping
was
over here.
Calabasas High School versus Bakersfield Christian. That was the game I called him. Johnny Wilson was on the other side of the wide receiving corps for that team. Anyways, Jermaine Burton is the new wide receiver drafted from Georgia in Cincinnati. I think they'll be second in the division, but I'm going to stick with the Ravens. I mean, Lamar Jackson's lost 25 pounds this summer. We know he was already fast before. Look at him with 2% body fat now. A little bit worried about the wide receiving core. Zay Flowers, Shaw Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, but like this team figures it out. They still have Mark Andrews and Derrick Henry, by the way. Derrick Henry, the bowling ball in the backfield. So I'm all aboard the Ravens in this division.
I'd probably say the Ravens too, with the caveat if Joe Burrow stays healthy. But what's crazy is Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Bengals. That's how the AFC North finished up last year. Like Bengals in last place.
That's crazy.
But that's because the Browns were starting the elite Joe Flacco.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
absolutely
and
true.
Doing that this year.
The Steelers
Dumb.
somehow still had a winning record with Kenny Pickett literally setting every record negatively for the quarterback position.
Dude, I know there's a lot of hate on the Steelers. I feel like there's going to be something there. I mean, maybe it's a 10-win season.
Who's
for
their
the
starting
Steelers.
quarterback?
Can I ask you something, Travis?
You know what? To start the season, snap one is Russell Wilson.
So can I ask you? Right. So can I ask you?
Yeah.
So the only time I really watch your show, guys, no offense, is when I'm in the shower, and not for the reasons that you think. It's
My
because
God.
It's not offensive at all.
Yeah,
It's 'cause, it's because well, no, I'll listen to the show when I'm in the car, but I mean watch the show
I mean,
Okay.
Little Riff is out.
yeah.
because that's what you want to believe. That's because it's gym, shower, needs something entertaining in the shower. That's where you three
You
come in.
shower at the gym?
No,
With
after the
gym?
gym. After the gym.
Okay.
Thinking about gym. Okay, listen. You guys are gonna get me fired. Sometimes I see a glimmer in your eye when Russell Wilson is still brought up. Do you still have some like emotional attachment to him? No.
No.
Okay.
It's not that. It's actually Mike Tomlin is who I love with the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's an amazing coach. The way he connects with players, the way he connects with fans, even looking pissed off, I think is unbelievable. And he figures out a way to win. The Steelers sucked last year, and they still had a winning record. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to do more Wheel of Football. We'll do it a little bit later in the show. We'll do the NFC a little bit later. Coming up, J-Riff, what do we got?
Coming up next on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, what are you watching? We'll get into all of the things that we are consuming our evenings with next on San Diego Sports 760.
Keep up with San Diego Sports 760 anytime, anywhere with the free iHeartRadio app. All you have to do is open up your mobile device and say, play iHeartRadio. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. If you have a smart speaker at home, and I'm talking Alexa or Google or Siri or whatever, just say, play San Diego Sports 760. We're more than great coats. Ow! Rolling through a Wednesday. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. Rich on a little vacation, little vacay, ass in the water, toes in the sand. Don't know if he has poured up any drinks yet. We have not heard. In fact, he's gone dark. We haven't heard from him on the group text in, 19 hours.
We worried about him?
A little bit. Maybe we should do a wellness check a little bit later. Meanwhile,
Call him Fletch.
That voice right there, Jonathan Rivkin sitting in for Rich Ornberger. Happy to have you here today, Jonathan. Look,
That's the first time you've ever said my full name.
It is?
Yeah, it sounded weird. Jonathan.
What?
I know it's a long name.
What would you like me to call you?
No, I like
Johnny.
No, you can call me whatever you want. Johnny's what my very close friends call me, like childhood friends.
His Nintendo Switch gamer tag is Johnny.
But it's spelled Johnie.
Joh, and that's a dumb way
You know
to
how
spell
Fletch
that.
knows that? Because he gets his ass kicked in Super Smash Bros.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you guys play that, and I have that, but I've never actually played it.
Can I please kick your ass? It'll make me feel a lot better
Wait,
about
do
if
you
you
myself.
want.
only have it for like cathartic purposes?
No, it was handed to me. it was like a gift. Here, you can.
Now,
have
what'd you
this.
say yesterday? What game was on sale that you were about
Oh
to
my
buy?
gosh, Bloody Wolf.
Yeah.
Bloody Wolf for the TurboGrafx 16. Listen, highly sought after, fantastic game. However, these eBay prices are killing me, guys. If you want it complete in box, you're going to drop a couple $100.
Now, what's the most you've spent on one of these games complete in box?
I can't. What if Sarah's listening?
No, it's all right. She's
What-
okay.
We'll
Complete,
dump it. We'll dump it.
complete in box that I have actually spent.
That you purchased from eBay or another site like that to put on your mantle or whatever, your sex dungeon, wherever you keep these things.
$250.
Oh, I was expecting worse.
When you report your assets, are the greatest assets that you report your vintage video game collection?
Listen, I grew up in a house with a man who owned his own business. I have no assets, but none. Not
I
at all.
would argue-
Everything is I'm writing a check for. It's bad.
Your voice is your asset, Travis. That's why you're sitting here right now.
You darn tootin', Johnny.
We could probably insure it.
Jonathan. You can insure my voice?
Yeah, I'm sure we can insure your voice.
Yeah.
JLo got her butt insured. We can insure your voice.
Joe Moon, everybody, on the talkback.
What's he
mic.
talking about?
He's talking about when Jonathan here was name dropping about CJ Stroud,
Jermaine Burton.
Jermaine
A
Burton.
bunch of guys in the NBA. Evan Mobley, I saw when he was in high school.
course he did.
Up in Temecula, your neck of the woods.
Of course he did.
Can I just say, Joe Moon, number one, I really appreciate
if
that
you
you're
talk bad about Joe Moon, you will get punched in the jejunum.
No. The contrary. I'm appreciative that Joe Moon is listening.
Right in the jejunum.
That is correct. That's what will happen in this studio.
Joe, I promise you over the next 5 shows that we are spending together that we are going to grow akin to each other. I already really like you, Joe. Like I know you add so much value to the show that I will never diminish it, but I promise you I will grow on you just like I grow on everybody else.
Like like when you're in the shower watching us
At the gym.
at the gym, you'll grow just like you do on everyone
Jenna's
else.
family is listening right now.
You said it. What, Jenna's family? Golly.
You raised an excellent daughter.
Yeah, I
Are
mean,
you
my
sure
God.
about the guy that she's dating?
Yes. How does Jenna's family receive you? That sounds bad too. How do they like you?
Don't we have like a scheduled conversation here or something?
Yeah,
This is better.
but it's floating.
I think Jenna's family does really like me,
Okay.
and I want to shout them out in Canton, Ohio right now for
Look at
tuning
that.
in.
Mm.
I don't know how many listeners you guys have from Canton, Ohio, but
Tons. Tons. It's
Number one
insane.
show.
It's insane.
Dude, from
How-
Florida to Canada to Canton, Ohio.
Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, we are huge in.
Chicago, there are thousands of people that tune in every single day. I'm not making that up. Thank you, Chicago. We're shouting you out, by the way. Canton, Ohio, you know they're fired up for football season. No?
yeah, Pro Football Hall of Fame's there.
That's what I'm saying.
Browns fans.
That's what
Hall
I'm
of
saying.
Fame game is there.
The Hall of
Who is
Fame
the Hall
game
of
is-
Fame game this year?
I don't which is, by the way, what's that, 43 days away
We're
now?
getting close.
Yeah,
Is it the Bears? I think it's the Bears.
Hall of Fame game? That would make sense since we're so huge in Chicago. Jets and Bears.
Jets and Bears.
Okay.
We will not see a second of Aaron Rodgers.
Have we found Aaron Rodgers since he's been looking for the Hat Man?
No, but I think we should come up with theories on where he is.
We should put an air tag on him.
We should.
So we
The
can
Jets
find it.
should, at the very least.
Right.
God, you're paying the dude $55 million this year. Might as well know where he is.
Yep. We will get back to what we're watching. We'll also get back to Padres talk because, my God, the Padres absolutely on fire. The pendulum not done swinging. We thought it was a couple days ago, but nope. It's still on the uptick. The thing
today
that
the
worries
day?
me, I hope not.
Dylan Cease on the mound. He's been giving up a home run every time he touches the ball lately.
Dude, it's not like the pitching was great yesterday.
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
There was one strikeout between the two starters yesterday. I hope you guys know that.
That's all there was.
One strike. Major did not get a strikeout. So it was Mackenzie
Major
Gore.
did get a win. I think that's his first big league win, isn't it?
He got the
3
win.
starts? Yeah, he got the win.
I guess that makes sense.
It is. He's 1-2 with a 7+ ERA.
You, Darvish, Joe Musgrove, please come back.
Who's all injured again? We got Bogarts.
God, you want
We
to go
got-
down the list?
Yeah.
All right, so
Bogarts,
Bogarts and
Tatis.
Musgrove are out until after the All-Star break,
Okay,
and it
and
looks
Tatis.
like Tatis is
Tatis.
also out till after the All-Star
Okay.
break. Campusano has the thumb injury.
Right.
Darvish.
Darvish was supposed to be back yesterday. He's not back yet. And then who else?
I
Who
thought
am
there was
missing?
someone else
Well, Manny
offensively.
Machado is hurt.
Yeah, well, he could blow out that elbow at
Jerks
any
and
time.
Profar also hurt. They're both still playing.
So he took a ball off the back of his foot.
Yeah, it was 98 miles an hour.
That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing, no bruise, no nothing.
I'm sure there is.
God.
I got hit by like a 75 mile an hour fastball, like right here one time in high school.
Yeah.
Against a dude that was throwing pretty hard, and it was like 75 miles an hour. I had a bruise for 2 weeks.
Dude, I ran into the handle on my shower and it looked like I hit myself with a hammer. So a 98 mile per hour fast.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
it's like this post that sticks out on one of the doors. It's terrible design.
Truck owner, have you ever hit your shin on the hitch?
Oh God, that's
because
awful.
that is the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, if you want to talk Padres, hit us up on the talkback line. Where you'll find that is, the talkback mic. You'll find that on the free iHeartRadio app while you're listening to this show here, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on
Or if
San Diego Sports 760.
If you'd like to follow Joe Moon's lead and talk crap about J-Riff,
That works
Yeah,
too.
you can
You
bring
know
it
what?
all.
In fact, yeah. I mean, just rip him. Just let her go here on the talkback mic. You'll see a red microphone button. Tap that. That's the talkback mic.
Tap.
You got 30 seconds just to rip J-Riff. And look, if you run out of time, if the 30 seconds expires, tap
Send
that
another.
talkback mic again. Yeah. It is unlimited. So more Padres talk coming up here next. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch.
This update is presented by Mozzie Heating and Air. It's hour 2 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. We'll start off with the Padres last night at Petco Park. They get the win 9-7. Tons of drama as the benches cleared in the first inning. Jerks and Profar, Manny Machado both hitting big home runs in the win. Dylan Cease on the mound today. It's getaway day. First pitch, 1:10. Kevin Acee is going to be joining the show at 8:30 this morning. In the NBA, New York Knicks adding Mikal Bridges via trade after losing in the Eastern Conference semifinals this past season. Stinky smells coming from your pipes. Schedule a plumbing inspection with Mozzie. Mozzie's skilled technicians give comprehensive plumbing. Comprehensive plumbing inspections to provide expert solutions to help you maintain a safe and efficient home. Visit MAUZY.com.
It's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on San Diego Sports 760.
There is some bad news to dole out here. It's kind of a good news sandwich. We have one layer of bad news. We have good news, and then we have another layer of bad news, and we're going to create a good news sandwich using the bad news.
So, as usual, it all comes back to food, right?
Oh my God, it's a double-decker sandwich.
The good news is we may have a napkin.
Wait, they kept going with it?
So the bad, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it may be somewhere in the car.
You took that extra stack you had from Starbucks, you
That's
put it
right.
in your glove box.
You don't know if it's in the center console. You don't know if it's in the glove box, but you're searching blindly because nobody likes mayo on their thumb.
As much as I hate to admit it, that's true. Congrats to the Panthers on raising the Stanley Cup.
Connor McDavid, who had this historic run and he was incredible for the Oilers, he does win the MVP.
Yeah.
If you're Connor McDavid, do you look at that and be like, man, why? Like, is that weird for a competitor to be on the losing side, but you get the personal accolades?
What I liked best about it is it was a name I could say.
I don't know if you should say that.
Yeah. Not Roblowski, like a South Park character.
Roblowski. Roblowski. You can't say that name, by
Because
the
that
way.
dude could have been MVP also.
Anyway, here are the guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a Wednesday. It's a hump day. We are rolling through it. Happy hump day to those who celebrate. I think that's what
How
we
do you
say.
celebrate Hump Day?
Any way you want, J-Riff. Listen, you're hearing TD here right now. You're hearing J-Riff over to the right of me. And you hear Fletch on the other side of the glass. Because
That's how you sound like to all of us, actually.
Richard Hornberger taking a couple days off here. So in his absence, J-Riff, midday co-host. Can I say that?
I think technically I'm just a
Producer?
board op. I'm not even a producer. I think it's Darren is the host, Marty is the producer, and I'm the button pusher.
Okay. Well, not anymore, buddy. Not anymore. Co-host today.
I'm going to fight your rudeness with kindness. You are the best looking board op on this station,
Wow.
except for Brent.
Dude, I was gonna say, don't do
Ooh.
Brent dirty like
Ooh.
that.
And Brent is
Brent-
handsome.
Brent is wow. When I grow up, I want to be like Brent.
Brent, by the way, is magical on the button pushing because it's like he's never thinking about pushing buttons.
Yeah, he's
Ever.
really good at it.
Yeah.
Well, he did 5 years in Wisconsin before coming out to San Diego.
What was playing right before we came back from the segment? We're gonna be airing Olympics here on
Squatty
San Diego
Potty
Sports 7.
advertisements.
Squatty Potty, yes. Which I've never tried. Rich says they work
Oh, no,
great.
they're the best.
I've done a variation of it.
What do you do? Put books down? Put
No,
your feet up?
the trash can in the bathroom.
What?
You put like your feet on the sides
Of the trash
of
can?
the trash can. Like you move the trash can over and then you put your feet up because that's like books
Wait.
are probably a smarter way to do it.
Are your knees supposed to be up to your chest?
Yeah, like your ears.
they are?
I
don't
don't
know.
go that high, but by the way, I was just looking
Wait,
at
okay, hold on. Why have toilets? Why don't we just have a hole in the ground? We just sit on the ground.
because of corporations. Now, I have a question. I was looking at a
Corporations.
I
you
was-
think the bold look of Kohler came up with this crazy
Yeah,
toilet
but
idea?
it's another thing to sell. Now, listen, hold on. I was just invited to a wedding. Looking at the registry, they have a squatty potty on the registry.
wow.
Is that a bold statement or what?
wow? Only one though?
Just one. It's
Do
like
they
a
have the
bidet-
love toilet?
It's like a bidet squatty potty.
Wow. I mean that. You know what?
Fletch, was
I
the
like
squatty
it.
potty on your registry?
No,
Should it have been?
probably. And honestly, I would like a bidet too. I've never used one, but I've heard they're magical.
This is weird.
I know. Can
This
we get
is
off
weird.
the potty talk?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
this
for
is
bringing it
weird.
up.
I
Yeah, we
thought-
are airing
no,
the Olympics.
So we're airing the Olympics. Okay. All
Wait, I
right.
thought
That's
we-
gonna
never
happen.
mind.
What?
Nope.
What?
I'm learning to filter myself.
Did you guys see that at the Paris Olympics, they released the food offerings for not only the athletes, but the patrons of the Olympics? And there's going to be about 50 different plates of food that athletes can choose from every day.
No French fries.
no French fries. They're in Paris,
Because
France.
French fries are actually an American-made thing.
But why wouldn't you embrace it if you're France?
I think they actually get a little pissed off that the name French is in the word French fries.
Well, they're French cut.
I mean, I guess, but I think that I don't think that them as a country, they like the fact that we have a food item that's as popular as it is and as bad for you as it is, called French fries. Now, I love me some French fries.
Whoa.
You know, I'm actually, because I'm doing this trip to Wisconsin and Michigan later in the summer, and Kendall and I are taking our rental car and driving up to Canada for a day so we can get poutine. That's how much I love French fries. But I do think that the French actually hate the fact that we have them.
It's interesting that you say that, though, because there's a very popular French chain in France. I think they actually have one in LA and New York and maybe Chicago called Les Entrecôtes, and it is steak and frites. And frites are what? They're French fries.
I believe they're pronounced frites.
Okay, fine. But they're French fries. So do they really hate that French fries exist, or are they using it for their own benefit?
I gotta be honest with you right now. I don't like the way you're talking,
dude. It's
right?
all you can eat steak and French fries.
I don't like the way you're talking.
Room's starting to spin real fast with douchiness.
That's exactly right, man. It's exactly. I'm getting dizzy here. What's the name of this place?
Les Entrecôtes.
Wait, do you speak French?
No.
Why do you say it with that accent?
Because I can use the French accent when I'm looking at French words, but I can't actively speak French.
You've been to Les Entrecôtes?
Les Entrecôtes? Absolutely. They're the one that I've been to is on 15 Rue Marbeuf in Paris, and it overlooks the Eiffel Tower.
What?
It's all you can eat steak and frites. All you can eat, Travis.
Frites are French fries?
They're like crispy French fries.
French cut potatoes.
Yeah, they're literally French fries.
God, I hate France.
So you boycotting the Olympics?
So no. Well, I mean, I'm backing our boys and girls out there, our ladies and our men who are representing the good old USA.
Speaking of
USA,
do you see who got snubbed?
Caitlin Clark,
Bryson DeChambeau. Well, yeah, but Bryson DeChambeau will not be representing Team USA in the Olympics.
Why?
They left him off the team,
dude, because he's gonna party.
I think there is a live golfer on
there's a live
Team
golf.
USA. Though.
Oh, is there? I thought they were biased.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a live guy. I'll have to go back and look, but
if it's because of live, I guess that makes sense in my head of why they would do that.
I mean, if you sell it to the Saudis, why would you represent America?
No, I get that, but if you want the best American golfers on the planet,
hold on. How many baseball players or football players jump all over the place?
Outside of the U.S.?
Yeah. I mean, they play here in the U.S. and then they play for their home country.
I mean, I know.
No.
There's a number out there.
Different.
But like Kobe Bryant made more money off endorsements in China than he ever did in the United States.
That's not what I'm saying. But he didn't go and play in the Chinese league because they're giving him $1 billion. Right. He was still playing. Now, the soccer's different because the top soccer leagues aren't in the United States. So you're not seeing guys staying here and but other than that, like NBA is the best basketball league in the world. Mm-hmm. The NFL is clearly the best football league in the world. No, MLB is the best baseball league in the world.
PGA is not the best golf league in the world. Well, there's like 4 of them now, and they're all competing with each other, and PGA's ratings are tanking.
No, Bryson DeChambeau is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, the point is, like, if you were thinking about who's like the hot guy right now in terms of golf, you would think Bryson DeChambeau would be on that team.
He's hot. He's hot guy summer.
Dude, he's hot.
Yeah, and I used to hate Bryson DeChambeau. I really like him now. But Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, and I believe Colin Morikawa will be representing Team USA, and Xander Schauffele, who won the gold medal last time.
We're bringing home the gold there, right?
I would hope so, but who knows? Like, golf is a pretty worldly sport.
What's the next best team, do you think? Like, do you know off the top of your head who's being represented well outside the U.S.?
I feel like Ireland would probably be pretty good because they'll have Rory and Tommy Fleetwood.
Spain has John Rahm, right?
Spain has John Rahm, but he's still dealing with injury. I actually don't know if he'll be ready. But I don't know. A lot of them are going to be good. Japan's going to be awesome. They always are because of Hideki Matsuyama.
Olympics start Friday.
This Friday? Is that accurate?
No, that's July.
July. I'm like, wow, how could that be? I was also thinking it goes for 6 weeks.
All right, that's our Olympics coverage for today.
Yeah,
the Padres last night had a pretty awesome game.
Dude, the Padres were insane last night.
Yeah, but look, the Padres, it's so difficult because you go through these droughts and you think the Padres, they just can't win. They can't figure it out. And then all of a sudden, 6 of the last 7 games, they win. And they don't just win. They win in dramatic fashion on a number of these games. And you go, well, hold on here. Maybe the Padres have something special. Maybe they have something that can carry on late in the season here. Maybe they can get a spark right at the end of the season and make a run in the postseason. Maybe that's all possible. Now, if all of a sudden they go on a skid and they lose 3 or 4 of them in a row here, talk to me then. I'll be back in the bottom.
Well, do you have any faith that they're not going to do that?
No.
So, like, right now, it's about as high as you can get, right? It's about as high as we've been all season, outside of all the injuries, which are starting to stack up in a big way. But before the All-Star break, I promise you, we will go all the way down one more time, and we will go all the way up one more time.
They've played, 84 games now, and there have probably been 10 times this season where I've thought, maybe this is the turning point.
And last night's one of them.
Last night
there was a series against the Cubs. Remember, we were at Whiskey Girl, and when they were playing against the Cubs, and they came down from a 6-0 lead in the later innings of the game to come back and win, and that was the turning point. This is the turning point.
The Reds, the Manny Machado Reds walk-off was the turning point.
The 3 walk-offs in a row over the last few weeks. Yep. Like this is how the Padres are this year. But last night, I think we can embrace as a singular moment and say it was pretty freaking special.
But you can't keep taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward. Like we need the Padres to take like 5 or 6 steps forward and no steps back, because you look at the NL right now, like outside of like the top 2, 3, I mean, Dodgers are probably gonna drop some games. Like outside the top couple of spots, like it's a pretty wide open.
The National League sucks.
The National League sucks.
And for the Padres, I'm not worried about them winning the West. But I said
wait, you're not worried about them winning the West?
It's not no, I'm saying
they're not going to win the West.
Happen.
Oh, okay.
So let's move
come
past
to terms with the fact that they're not going to win.
We came to terms with that when the Dodgers
like
are outsmarting everyone with their check writing ability.
Going into this season, if you were to ask me what's more likely, Padres win the World Series or Padres win the National League West, I'd tell you Padres win the World Series.
Yeah. Right.
Because they have a better chance of just getting into the postseason somehow.
And having this improbable run to take them there.
And it's one of those situations, right, where it's like, yes, they have all these injuries, but if they can find a way to keep winning, hopefully they all come back around the same time for that postseason push.
Yeah, God, as long as Jerks and Profar doesn't miss any time, they'll be okay. That dude's got balls of steel.
It's been incredible. But now here we go with the Padres have been game after game of racking up some runs. They put up 9 yesterday. It feels like, and my gut tells me that all of a sudden this is a 1-run game today.
And that's interesting that you bring up the runs, because I don't know if you guys have looked at the run differential recently.
Aren't they the best in baseball?
Their run differential?
Yeah.
The Padres?
They're up there at the top of the
Padres are
National
plus
League.
17.
Oh, that's not what it was.
The Phillies are plus 118, Dodgers are plus 116. The Padres are plus 17, so they've scored 17 more runs over the course of the season they've given up. However, if you look at the team ahead of them, the St. Louis Cardinals, who are half a game up, are minus 30 in the run differential. And if you look down below them, the Diamondbacks are minus 3. The Pittsburgh Pirates are minus 35. So the Padres' problem isn't putting up runs. The Padres' problem is stopping the other team from putting up runs. Mm-hmm. And that's where we need to figure out, okay, is this team good enough to be buyers at the trade deadline, to add to pitching, to finally at least band-aid this issue for a while?
Yeah, I'll kick things off here. Look, we talk a lot about the greatest of all time.
GOAT.
We have it the GOAT. We talk about it in football. Tom Brady. We'll talk basketball. We can argue Michael Jordan.
LeBron James.
You're wrong.
LeBron James.
See, J-Riff, it's a morning monologue.
Fine.
Mono infers one.
It also could be a very difficult sickness.
You can join in. We can join in. I'm fine with that. Yesterday, I'm working around the house. It was getting to be evening time. I'm cruising down the side of my house, and I can smell in the air a smell that is very familiar, I think, to pretty much everyone. And I instantly felt comfort. I thought I would like to join in with this. I could see myself enjoying this in a number of different situations. Guys, the GOAT of smells is freshly popped buttered popcorn. I mean, it's next level. It will transport you. It will transform you. Going to the movies, the smell of buttered popcorn when you walk in. But dude, I think it was just a microwave popcorn that maybe the neighbor had going. And for some reason, I got a little waft of it and went, I'm going to go make popcorn.
So there's a fine line, right? Because you have that smell, that whiff that you can get if it's cooked right.
Yeah, you're right. Can't burn it.
If you burn it, that smell goes from being really delightful and lovely to why is this in every corner of the house?
That is true. That is true. And we're talking to iHeart employees.
And it's like in your like clothing and like the fibers.
Dude, but perfectly buttered popcorn? Golly.
It's up there.
You right.
Next level.
We're gonna let J-Riff go last because I got a sneak peek of his monologue and I like it a lot.
Oh wow.
But
Is it about Little Rich again?
I hope so.
Okay.
But here's what I'll do for mine. Yesterday, I experienced something that I haven't in a long time, and I'm a little bit worried that our brains have been diseased.
Go on.
Yesterday, I accidentally left my phone at home when I went to do some errands,
Dude.
and I realized at the moment I hit asphalt, like turning onto my street. I was like, "Oh crap, I don't have my phone because
Right.
it didn't connect to my CarPlay."
Right.
Hour and a half, I was without my phone, and my anxiety, which I'm not a very anxious person, was through the roof. Like the entire time, I was like, what if TD's trying to text me that he got Oilers girl on the show tomorrow? What if Kendall like has some sort of emergency with Brock? Like, I think that our brains have been programmed in a pretty bad way here in 2024 to where we're all so helplessly addicted to these phones that I kind of want to do a weekend now where I don't have my phone.
Dopamine detox.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Wait, what? But was there a moment that anxiety crested and you never felt better?
Nope.
So I've done that. I forget the phone, and you have a couple hours of like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then it goes away, and you go, I don't know if I ever want a phone again.
See, I think I'd like to do a weekend so I can get the full detox because I think I didn't get to the point where it was like good. It's like I got home and I was like, oh, thank God I got it back.
Yeah.
They say 48-hour detox is the way to go. Travis, the reason that you were able to like get over it is because you weren't raised in this world. You like have adapted to this world. Fletch and I were like literally
He just called you old.
Like
you did.
like your brain was developed by the time that you got addicted to this, so you're able to revert back to a time before that. Fletch and I can't do that because our brains were developing
by the time I was
addicted to this.
13 years old, I had an iPod
Right.
Touch. Ever since then, I've had something.
And we've been ruined.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a leash. I mean, people can grab a hold of it any time and reel you in, and it does get exhausting.
Well,
so
it's doom
being able
scrolling.
to, yeah, which
Just
doom
looking at my phone-
scrolling is good to me. It's the emails and phone calls that wear me
I
out.
have like 19 notifications right now.
Right.
I haven't looked at my phone in 12 minutes.
Yep. My Amazon package will be delivered today. Thank you.
I got new underwear from Amazon yesterday. I feel great right now.
What are they? The thongs?
No, they're Hanes boxer
Oh.
briefs.
Nice. Very nice.
I like a little constriction.
Yeah, I'm in on that too. I'm in on that
Well,
too.
when there's enough space to constrict, it's not uncomfortable. So
Wow. J-Riff, are you a boxer or a brief guy?
I am a boxer.
As we get to know you here.
I am a boxer guy. I like when the goose is loose. But I've been wearing compression. I've been going straight to the gym from work recently. I've been working out sometimes 2 days, mornings and afternoons. And so I'll wear compression shorts. So like right now I'm wearing compression shorts.
Is that like a boxer brief?
No, they're like tights, but they're longer. Like not tights, like tighter, but they're long. They're like briefs, but they're longer, I guess. But they're moisture absorbent.
Okay.
It's what like track runners wear.
I feel like that was like a way harder answer than just like, no, it's currently wearing
You could say
boxer
I
briefs.
wear really tight briefs.
They're compression shorts.
Right.
But they're all right. Yeah, I'm wearing really
What are
tight
you
briefs.
compressing?
Just they're compression.
Oh, excitement level for being on the show today. I
That's
get
what it is.
Go on.
You
Go
notice
on.
I've been
go,
limping around.
go on with your morning monologue.
All right, Joe Moon, this one's for you.
Wow.
Just in case y'all are worried, all of our amazing listeners and viewers out there, about me being on for the next 5 shows and Rich being out, let me put your concerns to rest because we actually have we have 3 big similarities
Okay.
that I would like to draw so that way we all feel a little bit more settled. Number 1,
Veganism.
that is not one of them. We both do appreciate good food, though, in different ways. We are both in peak physical condition. Rich is to the point, I guess I should say, where professional athletes have actually complimented us.
Wow.
Right? Brady would pat Rich's ass. Malachi Flynn called me a baller during the Hardwood and Balls Classic.
Okay.
Number 2, we both have spectacular senses of humor. That one is incredibly obvious and needs no further explanation.
I like that you wrote this all about yourself.
And number 3, we both have prestigious sports achievement rings. Rich has an AFC championship ring. I have a Conejo Oaks 2019 CCL championship ring that is currently in the possession of Ryan Leaf. And that is
All right.
That is the similarities between Rich and me that should put all of your worries to rest.
There was a lot of names dropped.
Yeah, I got 5 name drops on the show so far.
That's incredible.
Malachi Flynn, Ryan Leaf,
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud, Evan Mobley, Jermaine Burton. Yeah, that's 5.
There's probably more.
I can get you more.
I don't know if I can drop any names anywhere.
Oilers girl.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like the best name drop you could possibly
Oilers
have.
girl.
How about
I hung out with Shania Twain.
Country Dance Chris?
Country Dance Chris with a K. If you'd like to follow her on social media.
Who else? We interviewed some this is a Broncos Hall of Famer.
Jake Plummer.
No. Actual Jake Plummer's great. I really do like the guy.
Where?
He's not a Hall of Famer.
No.
Terrell Davis.
Oh yeah.
He's got a gold jacket.
Yeah, we've talked to him. Of course. Come on, that's what we do here.
How about Craig Robinson? We're basically best friends with him.
Dude, Kevin
If you were
Nealon.
best friends with Craig Robinson, then he was back in the studio last week. Did he come through again?
We were at a golf course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually kind of bummed that he missed out on us.
Yeah,
he
we-
did send a note.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
And David Keckner, when he comes to San Diego, specifically asks for this show.
That is correct. How do
He
you like
also
that?
rubbed my bald head.
Woo! God, and he gave me a hug. How about that, everybody? Look, name dropped here on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. We do it every single Wednesday. Red pill, blue pill. It's going to be on the other side. We have anything to talk about before that?
Nah.
No? Okay,
If you
we're
want to
good.
leave a talk back, kind of making fun of J-Riff, feel free. Little talk back mic on the free iHeartRadio app.
Make my
Right next
day.
to the play button.
Cool.
What's that called again, CD?
The talkback mic?
Talk back mic.
The talkback mic, yeah.
Talkback mic.
You want to use the talkback mic. And you know what? We'd love to hear from you. Talkback mic, red pill, blue pill, coming up next.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is back September 20th, 21st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Live performances by Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Shabuzi, Black Crows, and more. Now's your chance to buy tickets. AXS.com. Get them now before they sell out.
Ow!
This update is presented by the Jim Patrol Real Estate Team. Quite the night at Petco last night. Benches cleared in the first innings when the Nationals catcher got in the face of Jerks and Profar. Immediately after that, Profar hit by a 98-mile-an-hour pitch. Immediately after that, Manny Machado hits a monster home run to left field. A few innings later, in the sixth, Jerks and Profar hit the grand slam that would win the game for the Pods. They win at 9-7. One more against the Nationals today. Dylan Cease on the bump for getaway day. Would you like to know what your home would sell for today? Get a simple text message with your home's value by texting your address to 855-600-6000. You'll get no phone call, just a text. Jim Patrol has the buyers. Simply text your address to 855-600-6000.
Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on a Wednesday morning with you. San Diego Sports 760. J-Riff filling in for the big man. Travis Dale, Ben Fletcher. Guys, this has been the greatest 90 minutes of my life so far.
Has it?
Yeah, this has been spectacular. Now, texters don't necessarily agree because the 619 number texts in and says, just leave Rich's seat empty while he's gone. That would be better. LOL.
They're just hazing you. They're just hazing you, J-Rev.
So this is how they show affection towards me. I get it. I get it. I was in a fraternity.
That's what I put in my head just to try to get through the dark days.
Rationalize your way through life, yeah.
Exactly. J-Rip, we got New Kids on the Block tickets coming up on July. They're going to be coming up playing July 7th at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. We have them today, so you don't have to wait till July 7th. Phew. If you're looking for deets and seats, go to Ticketmaster.com. If you want to win them, I wouldn't go anywhere.
Lance Bass is New Kids on the Block. NSYNC?
Yeah, that's NSYNC,
okay,
dude.
because that was my brother named the fraternity, so I was just double checking.
Wait, your brother named the fraternity Lance Bass?
Yeah. I didn't get to choose it.
The fraternity's name was Lance Bass?
No, my name in the you get brother names.
Well, if you're in a fraternity, you get names?
So you have pledge names, and then when you become a brother, you get brother names.
Wait, so you've been in a fraternity?
Yes.
Fletch, have you been in a fraternity?
Hell no.
Shocking.
So at the fraternity, you have secret code names?
So when you get initiated as a pledge, you have your pledge name. I was Dan Smith BYU from. Come on, Fletch, you know this. You know the Key and Peele East-West Bowl?
What were those words you were just saying?
Wait, I thought you...
You know.
I thought you were Lance Bass.
No, that's the brother name.
What?
Okay. Anyways.
Wait. Okay. So we're doing a fraternity.
I think that's it.
Okay, fraternity. We're putting that together. That's happening. It's in the works. Do we have to give out nicknames?
I mean, we already kind of do. Like Joe Moon's not Joe Moon's real name.
Wait,
Okay.
it's not?
We got Joe Moon. We got Foul Mouth Carrie.
Shower with Deb.
We got Shower with Deb.
Wait, what?
We got Supermarket Sue.
Supermarket Sue.
Can you explain to me Shower with Deb, please?
I mean,
Deb.
it's kind of in the name.
Yeah.
Is this Deb from sales?
No.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
there's a Deb with sales? Huh.
What's going on?
We got No Job Joe. No Job Joe, who is married to now the
Super buff.
the vice president of Del
He does have a
Taco.
job, TD. It's to stay in shape and look good for
Right.
his wife.
Budweiser Scott, Road Dog Rodell. We got Queen of the North. By the way, Queen of the North, Carolyn. If Toronto, you're not supposed to put the T, right? It's
That's
just Toronto.
No.
Toronto. J-Riff said Toronto
I know.
earlier, and I was like, you're gonna get a text.
I'm not Canadian.
It's gonna. Well, do you still say it? Do
You
say?
should say it
Do you
correctly.
say Prescott,
No, you're right.
Arizona?
No, Prescott.
we got-
You say Prescott.
Jeremy.
We got that's right, Jeremy, and yeah, Florida Pat. Come on, we got a bunch here. I didn't realize we had all the nicknames. Look at us. It is Wednesday. We do it every single Wednesday. Play a little red pill, blue pill, guys. All right. And this one's going to be a weird one right off the get-go. The Padres playing some good ball right now. Okay. The heroes who aren't supposed to be heroes are the heroes. The heroes who are supposed to be heroes are not quite heroes. First red pill, blue pill, Fletch. 2024 Profar or 2024 Manny, and you don't know what happens for the rest of the season.
Profar.
I just think I got to do that too.
I think you got to take Profar. Now, if you would have put 2022 Manny, I was taking that all day because 2022 Manny ended top 5 in MVP voting. He led the Padres to that NLCS berth. Like, that was awesome, Manny. If Manny can get back to that, if there was any semblance of that going on in 2024, this Padres team would be 6-7 games over 500 right now. But Jerks and Profar is the reason they are where they are.
I agree. I agree.
You could take away just the Padres. Jerks and Profar has been the best left fielder in baseball so far this season. And he's making $1 million this year.
Yep. How about you, J-Riff?
Yeah, George.
Are you pulling up stats right now?
Yeah, I want to check his
You don't go off stat. You go off your gut, buddy. This is red pill, blue pill. You got to make a decision.
My gut wants to make sure that the facts are correct. Now, he has an 898 OPS. I knew he was like pretty close to 900, but I didn't realize he was basically at 900. So yeah, I was gonna go Jerks and Profar. I think the highs you get with Manny are really they're like momentary highs. Like you get the dopamine release, you feel good, and then you're back to being disappointed or underwhelmed. With Jerks and Profar, because of who he was coming into the season, every single good day, which is most of them, is a high. And I'd rather have that every single day than the momentary highs I get from Manny Machado. So I'm going 2024 Jerks and Profile.
Wow. I think we're all in consensus here. Next, red pill, blue pill. Fletch put this one on. Bitten by an alligator, that's your red pill. Blue pill, bitten by a cougar. Now, when we say cougar, we're talking a feline animal.
Could be.
I mean,
Well,
or
that does change the answer.
Lisa Wilson?
This is very much up to interpretation.
Then I would go blue pill all day.
Yeah, but she might kill you, man. Like,
Yeah, but an
You
alligator.
know what? Actually, here's the
Nah.
thing. If that happened, like let's say you had a human cougar bite and you went home with the bite, you're dead.
yeah, Sarah's gonna kill you.
You're dead. You're dead.
Like,
So maybe alligator you live through. I'm gonna go with this just to keep consistency. They're both animals here. A cougar and an alligator.
I'm taking the alligator
You okay?
because if I can somehow get to they're fast on land too.
Wait, hold on. Or you have a chance to get away from them, or you just have to take the bite?
No, you have a chance to get away, and if you don't take your chance to get away, you're gonna die.
Well,
Like,
then
I feel like dying by cougar would actually be worse than dying by alligator.
Yeah, I think on this red pill, blue pill, you have to go. You are sitting in a chair. There's one bite. There's no chance of getting away.
Then
Otherwise,
cougar, because alligator with one bite could take your leg.
that's what I think too. You got to go cougar.
I think that you're probably going to die from an alligator bite no matter what. So yeah, I'm going to go cougar, whether it's the animal or the person.
Have you seen the videos of those like crazy dudes out in Florida who their dogs get taken by an alligator and they walk into the water and shoot it? or they walk into the water and
Oh.
start wrestling it.
Yeah.
I've seen one of those.
Like those guys are. I don't know what I would do if Brock got taken by an alligator, but I don't think I'd be jumping in the water. I think I might just be saying, "Oh well, good thing the shelter's overflowing. I can go get another one."
I mean, I jump in.
Good thing the
I
shelter's
would
overflowing.
jump in if there was an alligator that took Wilson. I would tear that
What
alligator's
about your
eyes
other
out.
dog?
It's fine. It's fine. So there's other dogs.
What is it about Wilson,
Dude, I'm telling you, we're buds, all right? Okay, we're besties, we're pals, all right? Our tombstone, as he's buried, it'll be like Sarah, me, Wilson, and then over on the Sarah and myself side, it'll have the dates we were married, and then on the Wilson side, it'll just say pals.
Now, how do you feel about the fact that Wilson's definitely going to go before you and Sarah?
That is not true. That is not true. I could die at any moment, which I would rather happen than have Wilson
If
die.
cloning is a feasible option and it costs less than $5,000, would you clone Wilson to make sure you have Wilson 2.0?
I don't think cloning, it's not bringing his soul. You know what I'm saying? There's a soul there in this dog that I'm connected to, whether he's been put there from a past life or whatever. But I'm telling you, my dog and I, we're simpatico. We're almost the same. Loud, obnoxious, we eat too much.
Do you feed him people food?
He doesn't drink.
Exclusively.
He doesn't drink Monster, does he?
He does not drink Monster.
Okay.
No, but he's missing teeth, so I have to cut up food for him.
Wait,
So-
that's so beautiful. That is you know, no wonder you guys are connected. You're not cutting food up for Sarah. You're cutting food up for your Wilson.
It's true. It's very true.
That's a connection that only you two
It's true.
share.
Red pill, blue
blue
pill. Red pill. Ability to run 100 miles per hour. Blue pill. Ability to fly 10 miles per hour.
If you could run 100 miles per hour, would you be able to like run on water?
I like Dash from The Incredibles?
Yeah.
I think you'd be pretty close.
I mean, maybe for a little bit.
Because that would change my answer.
well, what a motorcycle, it doesn't take that much speed to get you to be able to ride the motorcycle on water.
Well, but it's your forward momentum that's taking you
There is
across
a
the
limit
water.
to it.
There's
Yeah, I mean,
buoyancy
like
and viscosity and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
So-
displacement.
I'm still
Right.
taking flying. I think there's more cool S you could do if you're flying.
I think I would go flying
you
as
could
well.
get fast, but if you could run and if you could get on water, you'd go wherever you're trying to go way faster.
Right, but
like-
have you seen The Boys, the TV show The Boys?
I have. I know what you're getting.
So the
at.
very first episode, like
Yeah.
within the first 10 minutes of The Boys, you see why being able to run at super speeds could be a real problem for you. Because if you run into somebody when you're going that fast, they just explode.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
They said to run on water, the human's legs would have to press down against the water at more than 67 miles per hour.
So it works. 100
you
miles an
definitely
hour.
can.
You could run across
Yeah, I'm
water.
But it would
talking
have
about
to be a
running.
pretty glassy surface, right? It would have to be like first thing in the morning on the lake. It can't be any chop on that water. If there's
but
chop.
that's 60, if you're going 30 miles an hour faster than the base, you probably could get away with it.
If there's chop, you're effed.
Do we know anybody that could run 100 miles per hour? We could test this out.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Do
I'm
we
getting
want?
there.
Do we want to do the final red pill, blue pill?
No, that's all right. We're out of time.
Okay.
I gotta talk to you about
it's
how
easy.
skinny I am.
Yeah,
Red pill on a soccer team, blue pill on a baseball team. Baseball
if you want to make
team.
money, probably own the soccer team.
I would
yeah,
also
but-
say soccer team because you get to live in a cool ass area, like probably Welsh or something, and you'd be able to like.
You mean
be
Wales,
king? Yeah,
which
with the Welsh
doesn't have
people.
the top soccer teams in the world?
Isn't that where Ryan Reynolds and what's his face?
Yeah,
own the
Wrexham
team?
was like a Division 5 team
Yeah, and they got promoted.
to Division 4.
Yeah.
I think that's the place
not
you
a
want to
top
be in.
Soccer team.
Not in front of
I'm
expectations.
talking hot dogs, and beers, a little like
You can
pig-
also have
pigs in a
that in a
blanket.
soccer game.
I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like it's much fun.
TD
You have to
likes-
wear
His space. He does not want to leave this country
Yeah.
ever.
I'm saying.
Like-
now we're talking.
Have you ever
okay?
left this country?
No.
Will you ever
never-
leave this country?
Will I? Probably.
You've
not.
never been to Canada, Puerto Rico, or Mexico.
No. You die there.
How
man.
did Puerto Rico get on that list?
Puerto
Oh my
Rico-
It's
God.
another close.
By the way, reason for TD never to leave the country. Did you see what happened in Mexico?
No.
A couple at an all-inclusive resort got into the hot tub. Something malfunctioned in the hot tub. They got zapped.
Oh, I did see that last week.
The dude died.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
Horrible.
It's also why I don't get into hot tubs.
All right.
Ever?
No.
While we
No,
try to
you,
finish,
actually, you know why the reason I don't get into hot tubs? Because I feel like I'm getting into somebody else's bathtub.
I know why you didn't used to get into pools
Right.
because you were too fat.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought
water displacement was a thing.
Yeah, it's like
It was a
TD
ball.
got
he
in a
would
neighborhood
float,
pool.
though,
Yeah, well, yeah,
because of the displacement.
well,
No, see, J-Riff, he would get into the pool and there would no longer be water in the pool
Yep.
for everybody else to enjoy
Yep.
the pool.
and then I would get shamed.
Not anymore, though, because TD joined SDFatLoss.com along with Big Rich and myself. And all three of us were able to lose 35 pounds within the first 2 months, at least 35 pounds within the first 2 months. Look, I woke up this morning and I weighed 232. Like, I feel pretty great about that number, considering when I started with SDFatLoss.com, I weighed 278 pounds, which is the fattest and the biggest I've been in my entire life. And I can't even believe I got to that point. So if you're waking up this morning and you have that thought going on in your head, you can't believe I got to this point, head on over to SDFatLoss.com. They will change your life. Wayne and Chloe were our weight loss team. They will be yours as well. 2 months' time, that's really all it takes for you to drop 35, 40 pounds in the first 2 months. And they don't do it with injections. There's no drugs you're going to be taking with sketchy side effects. It is just you and your weight loss, and it's doing it the natural way. Get on over to SDFatLoss.com today. Mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. You're going to save $200. More of this nonsense coming up next.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, it's back. September 20th and 21st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
T-Mobile.
Live performances by Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, The Black Crowes, and a whole lot more. And now's your chance to buy tickets at AXS.com. You heard that right. AXS.com. Get them now before they sell out. Yeah. Speaker City and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760. Was that the Nats call of the Profar Grand Slam?
Was indeed. And if you remember a few years ago when Daniel Camarena hit a grand slam off of Max Scherzer, that was the relief pitcher for the Padres who came in. That was in the middle of Slam Diego. It was also the Nationals who they were playing against. And that home run call was also legendary when he said, "You've got to be kidding me." A relief pitcher just hit a grand slam off of Max Scherzer.
That's fantastic. Check it out. If you want to go see New Kids on the Block, make sure you have it locked in here for the next 3 to 4 minutes because we're going to tell you how to win those.
We got
So don't
some
go anywhere.
pissed off roadies, dogs, hangers, and bangers.
Why are they pissed?
Both Paris and Peter are upset that you did not give them nicknames.
Oh my gosh.
Paris is White Monster and Cigar.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. I thought we had Paris. I gotta scroll down to what I had written down here. Oh no, it was Road Dog Riddell.
Yeah, Paris is White Monster and Cigar. There's something there we got to play.
Yeah,
with.
okay. We'll have to come up with a nickname.
Peter Salas is he's a rock climber.
Okay.
He's in very good shape.
Okay.
He's former military.
Okay. Sound.
The Sarge.
Ooh, God. When he said rock, I thought stones.
Stones.
I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll come up with something.
He's
Don't- wait,
also a Nerf gun enthusiast.
wait, he is?
Yeah,
I have so many Nerf guns in my attic.
he
So
has a bunch
many.
of kids.
Yeah, that was me. I have a full tub of Nerf things. What you got, J-Riff?
Dude, the text line. I love I love that
What?
this is. Do you if you could
this is from
describe
the 760.
if you could just very reputable texters. If you could, wow, that sounded terrible. If you could describe the liners that you read during the teases in one word, would the word that you use be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They're just very TD.
yeah.
Like
look,
I didn't like him at first, but the more he does them, the more they grow. on him.
760 number texts in and says, "Hey J-Riff, everything cool that TD said you just ruined."
Yep. That just happened.
just
Oh,
trying
how
to
about
bring
this
some
from the
ASMR.
619? Everything J-Riff says is filled with a little douchebaggeriness.
You know what I've learned, and this was just brought to my attention, is that people who are really insecure are really put off by me, and they like make their feelings felt.
Are you
like,
calling our
because they're
listeners insecure?
insecure?
No, I'm calling the listeners who think that I'm just like all douchebag.
Mm.
Maybe they're projecting.
Did you guys see Skechers and Snoop Dogg are coming out with a
Listeners, we
sneaker
love you.
I
collab?
love
All right?
you.
You are very secure.
I love you and all your insecurities. I'm not saying I don't love you.
So the album Doggy Style, that was Snoop's first album, right?
Was
His
that
first solo album.
98, 97?
No,
Oh,
30
God,
years
no,
ago,
it's gotta be more
94.
than that.
I think this is 30 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was probably a sophomore in high school, somewhere in there. But so Skechers is coming out with a Snoop collab, which Skechers never strikes me as edgy. So to have the Snoop Sketcher seems a little bit edgy because the shoes themselves have the artwork from the album on it, and it's a little dirty, guys. Are you guys in or out?
I do
on
like
Snoop?
Skechers. They're very comfortable shoes.
I don't think I've ever worn.
They
Skechers.
actually really are.
True story. When I broke my leg, I was wearing Skechers.
Well, that's not a good endorsement.
It's
But
'cause
they're
you
very
are so
comfortable.
comfortable.
Were they the ones that are round on the bottom so you can, get
No,
more
see,
of
the
a
problem was
workout?
they had been my hiking shoes for like a year, and they were very worn down by the time I stepped on the fateful acorn. So I
So you were doing a lot of hiking before that?
did every day for the first month and a half of 2024.
You're saying that your shoes were so slick and that's why you slipped on the acorn?
That's part of the reason. We don't need to get into it again.
Do
Look,
you-
I'm walking around
do,
now.
Do you have the shoes?
I do. They're at my house.
We should bring those in just
should
to
see the
take
bottom
we
of
should
them.
take a look at the treads.
What
So, like,
size?
Weeks after I broke my leg, Kendall found those shoes. Like I had them in our little shoe rack, and she looked at the bottom and was like, "Oh, you idiot! This is why you fell."
Fletch, what size?
I'm a 12.
Okay.
Dude, the
can test
low
those out.
the low top Snoop Skechers are the ones that you don't have to untie. You can just put your foot in and the bottom pops in and out.
The sliding sketchies.
They look
The-
comfortable. They're like lifted a little with padding.
But that's not cool. That's not cool. That takes away the cool
And
factor.
everybody knows that cool comes from TD. If you're looking for advice,
You're darn tootin'. By the way, we found that there is a Bass Pro Shops in Irvine, which I would say is now the closest Bass Pro Shops. That's good news.
So no more Rancho
There's not one in
Cuca
San Diego?
trips.
Oh, there was only one in Rancho Cucamonga for
There's
a long
no
time.
East count. Like El Cajon doesn't have a Bass Pro Shops?
No.
That's shocking.
Apparently, you guys have never been to Bass Pro Shops.
Are they franchised? Can we open one?
I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
when you type
They're
in
massive.
Closest Bass Pro Shop to me, Rancho Cucamonga is the first one that pops up.
Wow. Listen, have you guys have never been to one?
Oh
Nope.
no, I have, because there was one up in
Vegas.
no, in Merced
Connected
near
to Silverton.
Modesto.
Oh,
I think
right,
it was
right.
Modesto.
Yeah. Dude, you walk into a Bass Pro Shops and you immediately think like, I love outdoor stuff. And you don't.
I do like a Bass Pro Shop.
That's cool, man.
They're a lot of fun walking around because they usually got like big fish in there, like
Oh,
live
yeah,
fish.
yeah.
Did you see the video of that dude last year that jumped in naked?
Yep. Saw that. Been there. Tell you what,
You've jumped in naked?
I want to, especially if it's a New Kids on the Block concert. Okay, so if you want New Kids on the Block tickets, they're going to be playing North Island Credit Union Amphitheater July 7th. Deets and seats, Ticketmaster.com. But if you'd like to win them, you're going to call in exactly 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So at 7:59, caller number 5, 877-767-4760. That's 877-SORG-760. You like that number, J-Riff?
I love that. That's my favorite number.
877-POPISM-0. That's the number you call if you want to win.
Do you have these memorized by heart?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the letter number.
Yeah, I'm just making them up here on the
Associations?
fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. Come on. When you
I
guys
was just trying
when
to
you
give
guys
some
give out
credit.
the number in the middays, you don't say
We
POPISM
don't
0.
give out the number.
Wow.
Well, I don't. It's not my job, but wow, I would.
Padres, they're on a roll. We're going to keep talking about it coming up next.
It's hour 3 on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This update presented by Mattress Firm. Quite the night at Petco Park last night. Benches clearing in the first inning. That was followed up by Manny Machado home run in the first. Then in the sixth, Jerks and Profar, who was part of the reason the benches cleared, hits a grand slam to really put the exclamation point on the night. Padres win 9-7. One more against the Nationals today. Dylan Cease going to be on the mound for getaway day 110 first pitch. In the NBA, Mikal Bridges headed to the New York Knicks via trade from the Nets after the Knicks lost in the Eastern Conference semifinals this season. They're looking to beef up for next year. Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is your chance to get matched with the coolest Z's yet. Save $500 on Temper Breeze mattresses with free and fast delivery, all night cooling, all summer long. Discover the difference the right bed makes. Restrictions do apply.
Yeah, man, we are doing it here. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Rich out for a couple days, and the midday producer, board op, button pusher, spinning the ones and twos. Jonathan Rifkin sitting in for Rich Ornberger for the next few days as he's away. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I kind of like saying Jonathan. I kind of feel like that's fun.
You have like a twang to it. You, Jonathan. I like it.
Jonathan.
I feel like people will normally say it's Sterling.
You know
Jonathan.
what? So I get asked a lot where I'm from.
Where are you from?
Here.
Are you
Here.
sure?
1000% yes, I'm from here. I
You
get asked a
remember
lot. I
being
go,
from here?
you're from Texas.
Oh, you didn't
Texas.
we weren't born in San Diego. Explain where you're actually from.
You're from Blythe, right?
Because you are from
Blythe?
the boondoggies.
Hemet. I was born in Hemet.
Oh.
Yeah, how many
Isn't that
people
the
were in your
church of
graduating class?
66 people in my graduating class. I graduated from Beaumont High School, made famous for stealing everybody's stuff.
Yeah,
From,
you remember J-Riff when like the UCLA locker room got raided?
Yeah.
It was 4 seniors
Yeah.
from Beaumont High School. I read that in an update one time, and TD was like, "I went there."
Can I have another douche moment for a second? For this is
are you dropping another name?
This makes no sense. But the
Dude,
football.
hold on. Real quick timeout, 30 seconds. If you drop all the names today, what are you going to talk about for the next 4 days?
I have so many names to drop. We can never get them all.
One time I was calling a football game for
No.
Fireball High School,
I
and
was-
Josh Allen was the quarterback.
I actually know he got out of Fireball before I was calling games.
Who's impressed that I do where
Yeah,
Josh Allen went to
pretty
high
good.
school?
I thought you just made it up.
You want to talk about a city that has like 4 people in it, Fireball. Now listen, for apropos to nothing,
makes it hard to put together a football
it makes
team.
no sense. I don't know this person. I've never called Beaumont High School football,
Okay.
but the Beaumont High School football coach follows me on Twitter or an X.
760. Gonna ask Rifkin the same question I asked David Vassay. Why are you the way that you are?
Oh, dude, we don't have enough time. Tomorrow, Therapy Thursday, we'll find out.
How come you're sitting all relaxed? I mean, you're just
Am I not allowed to be?
you're just sitting back, just enjoying the day. Come on.
Also,
Come
that
on,
person,
man.
wow, I've never seen my last name butchered like that.
913 says, can we get some more deets on the fireworks show going on next week? TD, you want to fill the people in?
Yeah, so next Wednesday, a week from today, the 1015 KGB, we're going to be out at the Mission Bay Beach Club July 3rd. It's going to be from 7 to 9:30 p.m. Come on out, watch fireworks. If you would like to be part of our VIP section, then you have to send us a talk back on 1015 KGB. So we do afternoons there. This exact same show does afternoons on 1015 KGB. You can listen every single weekday starting at 3 o'clock. But hit us up on the Talkback mic there on the free iHeartRadio app. Just tap that red button. That's the Talkback mic. Tell us your name and where you're listening, and you will have a chance to win VIP tickets to come hang out with us.
And what's right next to our VIP section?
The bar.
And what will we be doing with the bar?
Drinking.
Drinking the bar.
Drinking the entire bar.
Open
That's
bar?
because that's what it does. What's that?
Is it open for VIPs? Or do you have to pay?
You have to pay.
Open
for it.
bar?
Are you guys going to pay
not a
for the
wedding.
VIPs?
No.
No.
So then what are we getting?
Hang out in the
That's
VIP.
actually-
you
get
the
nothing.
Best, you get the best viewing.
that is pretty cool.
Wait, you
people should want that.
Well, you get the best viewing experience, okay? And you're going to party with us. We're going to throw so many high
you guys
fives,
are really
J-Riff.
fun to party with, actually.
Well, thank you.
Like that,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's prime real estate.
I dig it. I dig it. I can't wait. Man, a week away. I can't believe it. You know what we forgot to do was go line dancing with Country Grant's Chris on Monday. I sent her a message and she was like, it's cool because it was like 10,000 degrees. So come out next Monday. Are you around?
Yeah, I'm not line dancing
Why?
because I have a broken leg. TD.
You played golf.
Well, come on.
Yeah, golf is one thing. Jumping up and down and line dancing is something all entirely different, especially the way you guys line dance. Like, if that's what I'm supposed to do, I'm not doing it.
If your physical therapist clears you, would you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I've done line dancing before. There was a college bar that we would go to called The Graduate in San Luis Obispo that had line dancing every Thursday night, and I went plenty of times. But you know, the beauty of like line dancing in college is you're drunk enough to where you don't even think about what you're doing. You just go out there and do it, and sometimes you're good at it.
Did before we get back to the Padres here, did you see the Oregon Ducks, their basketball?
Did you put
Stadium?
Oregon on the rundown just because of him?
No.
Did you even know I went to Oregon?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I thought you did too.
Now that I say it, yeah, I think I
He's
did
a
actually.
Justin Herbert stand.
Yeah. So the reason I put it on there,
started on Marcus Mariota.
I put it on the rundown because this basketball
My
court
shorts are shrinking.
looks insane. I
What
mean,
they do because it used to be
Have you
crazy.
seen the old one?
no.
Look up the old one.
Wait, is the old one better than that?
No, the old one is horrible.
Oh well, do you like that?
Absolutely.
This thing is awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, it's awesome. It's got the green stained into the
It
boards.
doesn't even look that different from the old one.
Yeah, it does because the green outline matters.
The old one was
okay,
just more shadowy.
Now the imagery here, Oregon is known for like over the river and through the woods. That's how you get to Autzen Stadium.
To
So
grandmother's house we go.
Right.
Well, that too, the old adage. So when you look at it, there's woods. It used to just be like a brown like mesh of like tree
Well,
silhouettes.
yeah, it kind of looked like this, but more shadowy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's one major flaw in this. The ducks they used for the silhouettes on the court are geese. They're not ducks. They laid a big goose egg on it.
Now, was
What-
that
what are
pointed
you
out in the
mad?
article, or are you just pointing that out?
It was pointed out in the article.
that's
but
not
I
a
mean,
TDism.
it's easy to see. I mean, those are clearly geese. Those are not ducks. Look at the wings.
Are
on
they
them.
in the same family?
Well, it's a bird.
Okay, so then whatever.
The Oregon geese.
No, we're the Oregon Ducks.
Geese have teeth.
Also, Duck
Wait,
is
geese
kind of
have
a
teeth?
weak mascot.
Yeah,
Just throwing that out there.
but the
Wait,
ducks.
Yeah, it's a weak mascot.
I actually think it's cool.
It's cooler than the Mustangs.
Okay, Cal Poly wasn't a sports school though. Like, it's not like we hang our hat on it. We
Tennis,
hang our hat
very
on
good tennis
What does Cal
program.
Poly hang their hat on?
beer dye
Engineering. Oh,
Beer dye.
and ag. Lots of ag.
So what you went to Cal Poly for?
Broadcast journalism. That is not what they hang their hat on at all. Even though teaching one of my courses was Mark Willard, who a lot of people remember.
isn't broadcast journalism in the School of Agriculture there?
No, we had our own building. It was pretty small though, but it was if you go into college as a broadcast journalism major, you're going into college to go to a school that you want to get into, but you wouldn't be able to get into as an engineer. Now, when I got there, I really enjoyed it, and I knew I wanted to go to Cal Poly. That was my entrance.
Wait,
in.
you wanted to be an engineer?
No, I don't know what I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
I think I wanted to get into. This is what I wanted to do. I just didn't even know that this was feasible. But going to school, I wanted to go to Cal Poly. I had no plans after that, and so I got in with the easiest major to get into, which was broadcast journalism. Cheers.
Wow. Do we want to do a halfie and then talk Padres?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should little roadblock here, change things up
Are you
just
bored?
for fun. No, I mean, if we want to talk about classes, I guess we can. Whatever you want.
Yeah,
Let's make
so
this
my
more awkward.
journalism
What-
205 class.
No, TD's just sad. He didn't go to college.
Yeah. I did not.
Are you sad? I feel like that could also be a good thing.
That I didn't go to college?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't incur college debt.
That's
I don't know if anybody else here did. Maybe you wrote a check.
Start talking about money. No, we're not doing money.
The Padres absolutely on fire. They win last night's game, and last night's game had it all: intrigue, suspense, drama, romance with a kiss that was blown back and forth, a bench-clearing dust-up, a manager toss, a Manny Machado home run, and a Jerickson Profar grand slam. The Padres climb out of a 4-2 hole early. They end up winning the thing 9-7. And with that grand slam, guys, Jerickson Profar becomes the only major league player in Padres history named Jerickson. Pretty incredible.
It's weird because his name is Jerickson.
Same thing. That's what I said. Padres now 2 games over 500. It's getaway day today. They play the Nats again today at 110. Check out these stats, though. A 3-run double, a grand slam, a 3-run double, a 3-run double, a 2-run single, a grand slam. That's what Padres' Jerickson Profar has done over the last 6 at-bats with bases loaded. The only other Major League Baseball player in the last 50 years to have 19-plus RBIs over a span of 6 bases loaded at-bats, Albert Pujols.
Who was like 29 years old when he said he was 19.
I think that's cool. I dig it. NBA draft tonight. Who's fired up?
Woo!
Yeah, same. I cannot wait. McCall Bridges, he's going to be a Knick now in the trade. The Nets receive
Wait, what's his name?
McCall.
What's his name?
McCall. Where the you at, McCall?
Who did he get
Yeah,
traded for?
McCall. Bojan Radjanovic was part of the trade, as well as four first-round picks. And
Bojan Bogdanovic?
that's what I said. And in the WNBA, the Lynx belled the Liberty.
In the Commissioner's Cup,
94-89.
they dethroned them.
Yeah.
The Liberty are the reigning Commissioner Cup champs.
I watched it in its entirety.
Yeah, how did Sabrina Ionescu do?
You know what? She
played on that crappy Oregon
Yeah,
court.
I know. She was a little disappointing, to be quite honest. Came out, I thought it was going to be a much stronger game, and then tapered off in the second half, which was sad to see. But
CD he's been heartbroken about the WNBA ever since Cameron Brink tore her ACL.
Yeah, that actually is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Now, if we had a
I've been on the brink.
if we had a WNBA team in San Diego, would Travis be our leading reporter?
TD?
Sideline
Who's
reporter.
Travis?
Yeah, no, TD. It's TD in the hallways. It's TD in the hallways. J-Riff. TD in the
Jonathan.
hallways. Jonathan.
If we had a
I would sideline
WNBA team
report
in
it.
San Diego,
I'd
I
be
think
in.
that this whole boom that we've witnessed over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks of the Caitlin Clark era in the WNBA, I think San Diego would actually work really well.
I
For
think
a
so, too.
WNBA
Dude,
team.
San Diego embraces their sports teams.
I mean,
so-
like the NWSL team is. Do they still have the attendance record at Snapdragon Stadium?
The Waves still have the attendance record.
Like it's huge, it's massive, and like I'm not going to say that I would have fun sitting down and watching a game on TV, but going there, it's a blast.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, and then the men's soccer team coming to town, like 10,000 people showed up at that thing. Whatever the Chucky Lozano intro. Like that's a big deal. So yeah, San Diego embraces their teams.
J-Riff, did you go out to the Rady Shell when Chucky was out there?
So this is really funny because I don't even think we talked about this on the Darren show. Jack Cronin hosted a special show here on San Diego Sports 760 after John and Jim from 6 to 7.
Okay.
I was scheduled as a live hit from the Rady Shell at 6:15. We had some apartment issues at like 5:05.
Was this the flooding?
Yeah, the slight flooding from the washing machine into the kitchen because they're one in the same in my apartment. And so I have been given advice that you could just lie because it's radio. I don't play by those rules. I like to have a code of ethics that I stand by. And so I drove down to the Rady Shell, did my live hit with Jack Cronin, and then drove back home before the event actually started.
Sweet.
So to answer your question, sort of.
So you didn't even get to see Chucky?
I didn't get to see Chucky, no.
Did you see the crowd out there?
I did see the crowd. That crowd was they were lining up like 2.5 hours before.
Really?
Yeah, it was impressive.
That's
pretty
awesome,
cool.
man. It's good. I'm happy that all those people went. I'm happy that it looks like this is going to work. TD, you did mention the blowing of the kiss.
Right.
Between, was it Winkler?
Yeah, I believe so, right?
Yeah, it's the same dude that tried to fight the 65-year-old in the crowd.
Right.
That dude's kind of a punk. But the blowing of the kiss led into the clearing of the benches because when Jerickson Profar and the catcher for the Nationals, the catcher got in his face, Jerickson really didn't look like he was saying anything. He was just kind of off to the side. He's like, why are we doing this?
Well, it started out and it almost looked like they were just having a talk, a friendly exchange. And then he did this weird pat on the shoulder to Profar.
The Manny got in there.
Yeah.
kind of looked like he was also an aggressive grab, but then he went to separate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he's like, no,
yeah.
I'm the
But it's
separator.
Manny
I'm
being
the
Manny.
peacekeeper.
He's like going to enforce his own agenda without really trying to.
They should have fought.
Any part, that's what I was just gonna say,
yeah,
TD. That's why I love you. Any part of you disappointed that there wasn't punches thrown?
Yeah, no, I want a fight. I mean, let's rock and
Like, how do
roll.
we end all of that with one person getting ejected and it's Mike Schultz?
Dumb. I mean, throw some fists. Let's
Put
rock
them in
and
a
roll.
room and let them talk about their feelings.
Are you outside of your mind? What is happening? Like, my thought was, okay, so if the catcher takes a swing and Profar does a duck and then kind of an uppercut to the gut,
Manny
make
Machado
him
could have
bend
come
over,
running in and jumped up two-legged, kicked the catcher
yeah.
right in the chest.
or one of those cool, like, in the air as you're throwing a punch, and he just right on the side of the head,
Yeah, the
of
Captain
the
America
dome.
punch.
Yeah,
See, like if Winkler just pulled Profar aside and said, "Look, man, you really hurt my feelings yesterday when you were screaming at our dugout. You know, if you could just acknowledge that, we can move on." And Profar's like, "You know what? I was caught up in the moment. I appreciate and acknowledge how you feel, and we can move on." I think
So
that
then
would have
Robert
sufficed
Suarez
this as well.
comes in from the bullpen
Yeah,
and he
right,
two-hand
right.
suplexes one of the Nationals players, lands on his knee, maybe snaps a neck.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
things happen.
Somebody runs up with a folding chair.
And then Brick has a grenade in his hand all of a
Oh,
sudden.
my God.
There's
And
a
it's-
trident.
There's just people just piled up everywhere. And then the pod squad comes out with a t-shirt cannon and just starts firing it into the pile.
Then the This update is presented by Evans Tire and Service. Walk in or book online at evanstire.com. That's where I get my tires done. Quite the night at Petco Park last night. Benches cleared in the first inning where the Nationals catcher got in the face of Jurickson Profar. Immediately after that, Profar was hit by a 98-mile-an-hour pitch. Immediately after that, Manny Machado went yard, monster home run to left field. A few innings later, Jurickson Profar in the sixth would hit a grand slam. Padres win 9-7. One more against the Nats today. Dylan Cease on the bump for getaway day. And in the NBA, the New York Knicks add Mikal Bridges via trade after losing in the Eastern Conference semifinals this season. Knicks are loading up for a championship run next year. Now at Evans Tire and Service Centers, buy 2 Kumo tires and get 2 free through July 6th. Certain restrictions do apply. Plus, Evans Tire and Service Center have flexible financing with the Evans Tire credit card. Walk in or dial pound 250, keyword Evans Tire to schedule now.
Wednesdays on Big Rich, TD and Fletch are for Kevin AC. J-Riff filling in for the big man, Rich Orenberger. Travis is around and about. He'll be back here in a second. Ben Fletcher running the ones and twos behind the glass. Kevin AC, somebody I normally talk to for about 3 seconds every Monday on the Darren Smith Show to make sure that he's connected. Today it gets to be a little bit different because I am now in a position where I can actually have a real intelligent conversation with Kevin AC. And Kevin, I heard that most of the conversations you have on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch are in fact very intelligent. So there's a high ceiling here for me.
Yeah, I was confused for a second because I did just wake up and I thought I was on the wrong show for a lot of reasons, including the fact that we were going to have an intelligent conversation.
Now, Kevin, that's not fair. Look, when we went out to dinner, we had a lot of intelligent conversations. When you come on this show, we have tons of intelligent conversations. We talk about the fact that you're like a neutered golden retriever. We talk about the fact that you, on these vacations, only eat salads. Vacations, by that I mean work trips. But how are you feeling this morning, Kev? Are you awake?
Barely, but I'll tell you what, there is something energizing about just when there is a fun, exciting game that you cover, you get to, or, fans case, you get to watch a team that does things. I'm not just talking about benches clearing, that's fun, but there's just something energizing about this team that was lacking last year. And so I do appreciate that.
Oh, so we do talk about baseball here with you. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. I'm so happy you brought that up because Fletch told me.
Sometimes I try to segue that there.
Well,
wait. What do you guys
not? That's okay.
What was that? We missed that. Okay, all right.
Were we talking about baseball?
Well, yeah. I didn't know. When you said baseball, I was lost. I didn't know where we were headed with it, but it's fine. What? J-Riff has a question for you, Kevin.
I do.
Oh, I thought you were.
This is all right. Timeout. Quick 30-second. Kevin, timeout to the scores table. We're gonna restart right now.
Okay.
Okay, everyone cool?
I'm fine.
3, 2, 1.
Kevin AC joining us here on San Diego Sports 760.
No, Kevin, so you wrote a tweet the other day, and we'll get into the fun of last night because I do think like the Jurickson Profar of it all, the Manny Machado stepping up big. But you wrote a tweet the other day that started with Fernando Tatis Jr. needs a break. Now, I haven't mentioned this on air because I was waiting to talk to you about it, but the wording of the tweet feels like, is the break more than just an injury? Does he mentally need a break as well? Or is it literally just injury? He needs to rest and recuperate.
No, that was a tweet that was written both trying to make sure that there wasn't something. Well, look, it turns out here that it was misleading, at least to you, which, I mean, whatever, maybe not. But no, the answer is emphatically no. That was a live tweet, as in it was trying to give more information than just Fernando Tatis Jr. is going on the injured list. At the time, Mike Schilt was actually talking, and I was relaying the things that Mike Schilt was saying at that time.
How much of how the first inning of yesterday's game went do you think was premeditated, or was it just let's feel it out and see how it goes?
Do you mean from the national side?
If you could give me that answer, I'll take it too.
Yeah, how much there are baseball people that yesterday that thought that Mackenzie Gore was indeed throwing at Jurickson Profar, even though it was down at his feet. And that's what I find to be one of the wonderful things about baseball, that extremely intelligent people, knowledgeable people, people that have played the game, etc., can absolutely disagree on what what they're seeing, whether that is that a player's played well, or no, this player doesn't have any talent, or oh no, this is what this team was doing. No, they were doing something completely different. One thing I will say is that Keibert Ruiz, the catcher of the Marlins, who did kind of start everything, I think he let it get away from him a little bit. I think that he probably was sitting there, and here's me now speculating on what somebody else is doing in their mind. I think he's sitting there going, didn't think this was going to happen. When all of a sudden the benches have cleared, maybe that, okay, not a big deal. Then his guy hits a guy. Okay, maybe that was scripted. Then Manny Machado, first pitch, 2-run homer. Definitely not scripted.
Kevin, we're talking with Kevin Acee, by the way, Padres insider, writes for the UT, and clearly best friend of the show here. But Kevin, as we talk about this Padres team, especially last season, we broke down about how, or broke it down, I guess, that they just hadn't gelled. The simpatico nature just wasn't part of the team. And this season, you said it's definitely a different feel with this team. The past 6 out of 7 games with these wins, especially the past couple, because it's been magic at the end, there's been a different feeling to the team. This particular Padre roster right now with some injuries, is this the team that's gelling?
Yeah, absolutely. And it often happens that way. And oftentimes a team with a number of stars doesn't gel. That's not to say that last year's team couldn't, or that portions of the team did, or that's the reason they didn't win, that they didn't gel. That's not to say that. Look, there's lots of different ways to have a winning team. There's different ways to gel, whatever. But yes, the answer to your question is yes. And yeah, we talked about it. I have written about it quite a bit, that this is a team that is at least built to be more complete. I couldn't tell you it's better, like that it will end up better than 82 and 80. Can't tell you that. That it is better, like you're telling me you'd rather have a team where Xander Bogaerts is hurt over half the year, Fernando Tatis Jr. is hurt, where Juan Soto doesn't even exist. Like, you telling me you'd rather have that? We can argue that, right? Because then also it's more complete top to bottom. I just feel like I've always felt that it was built to better withstand this sort of thing that is happening. And now that may be what keeps it from being better. I think you still have to keep an eye on, do these injuries continue to mount, and does that end up undoing? Because a lot of very good teams have been undone by injuries.
Well, yeah. Speaking of injuries, Yu Darvish was supposed to be on the mound yesterday. He wasn't on the mound yesterday. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Well, Yu Darvish, you know what? I don't know what is happening. As of last night or yesterday afternoon, they didn't know for sure what was happening. I'm sure they do now. They continued to profess, as if it means anything, that they were optimistic. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see. Here's what I will say about Yu Darvish. This happening is kind of like what we've thought could happen. That 37-year-old Yu Darvish could have a variety of maladies that keep him from being a consistent and effective pitcher. That doesn't mean he won't be at 38, or that he won't even, that he won't have a good year this year. But so far, what is happening is kind of outside of, like season ending. Is kind of like the nightmare, or for some people, the projected scenario that would happen with a 37-year-old pitcher who kind of does have a history. Don't want to say he's been injury prone or whatever. The guy's got 200 and something starts, and but like this is kind of the thing with Yu Darvish, and it doesn't change by and large when you get older. It doesn't get better. If you are a guy who's had some, neck and hip problems, or you've had some elbow issues, or you've been prone to, groin issues, it doesn't get better as you get older.
You guys know what I love about Kevin Acee is the fact that he uses words like tidbits, and he uses it pretty often. And you had a tidbit, Kevin, the other day.
I thought you were going to say groin. I swear that sentence coming out of your mouth following the sense in which I used the word groin, I would have bet everything I have we were going down a different road. But
1,000%. Wait, where is he going with this? Because if he doesn't say groin, I feel let down.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about groin, unfortunately, but Kevin, we can talk about your groin some other time, and I'd be happy to do that with you. But on the air,
I spend a lot of time doing that. But anyway,
I just want to talk about your tidbits. All right, and you had a tidbit the other day about Donovan Solano and how he came to be a San Diego Padre. And I don't know if everyone in this room reads the Kevin Acey articles as much as I do, but
they're called the dailies, Fletch.
The tidbits. But I want to hear your tidbit about Donovan Solano on the air.
You're talking about how when he was still looking for work, he called up Victor. Victor, in his mind, he called up Victor his gardener. Turned out it was Victor Rodriguez, his neighbor, who is the hitting coach of the Padres. And he was like, hey, Victor, they got this problem with my sprinklers. And Victor Rodriguez is a really funny, nice guy. No idea what he's talking about. And then he's like, Donovan? Donovan? Is this you, Donnie? And so they were talking. Look, the Padres were already on him. The Padres were already talking and kind of figuring out, is it going to be Tommy Pham for this much? Is it going to be Donovan Solano for this much? I mean, they really wanted Tommy Pham. No, I shouldn't say that. That's not fair to Tommy or entire. Really wanted. They like AJ Preller loves Tommy Pham, but Tommy Pham's not enough to pay him what really isn't that much money. But Donovan was cheaper, and so. But one thing is that Victor did become a big advocate for Donovan Solano because he's a big fan of him as a hitter and as a person, and I think that we're starting to see why, because that guy's a really, really professional hitter.
Kevin Acey, Padre Insider, joining us here on San Diego Sports 766. Speaking of tidbits in the Padre Daily, Kevin, you did briefly in the very first tidbit from this morning pay homage here to Ha-Seong Kim over the last 20 games. He's batting 202 with a respectable 338 on base percentage, 13 hits, 13 walks in that span. I mean, what do we make of this? Like Darren said yesterday, Darren literally point blank said Ha-Seong Kim is not a good hitter, but yet he still finds a way to walk. Like, why is this a pitcher thing? Is this Ha-Seong Kim? Like, is his approach bigger than life that pitchers are pitching? Or like they're not finding the zone? Like, what is it about this guy that is getting him on base at this rate?
Yeah, you want to say it's a little fluky. I mean, that was a little bit of a little shout out there to Darren. Let him know that it is legit what he's talking about here. 13. It was a dribbled single that very well could have been an out. That otherwise Ha-Seong Kim over the last 20 games would have more walks than hits. I believe that Ha-Seong Kim is a very good hitter in the sense that he knows the strike zone, and when he's on, he is not going to swing at pitches that he shouldn't be swinging at, not just out of the zone, but in the zone that are not pitches that Ha-Seong Kim can do damage on. And I know I've said this, I think maybe I said it to Darren, is that that is the mark of a hitter that can survive in the major leagues, right? Like good hitters, but then it can also be like a hitter where Ha-Seong Kim's just okay. Last year was probably Ha-Seong Kim's peak. I think everybody knew that offensively. I don't really think he's probably better than what he's hitting right now, but he doesn't get himself out. If Ha-Seong Kim had his deficiencies and was also a guy that swung at the high fastball all the time, Ha-Seong Kim would not be long for this league. But he knows, hey, I'm gonna make this pitcher pitch to me. And right now it's working out for him. Look, Ha-Seong Kim also runs into, I don't share Darren's conviction that he's not a good hitter. Ha-Seong Kim has also hit 11 home runs, 10 home runs. So I don't share that entirely, but I do think it is awesome that Darren has zeroed in on this.
Kevin, it's getaway day today. You're heading out to Boston, going to be playing the Red Sox. Where would you rank Boston baked beans on the list of best candies? I mean, is it like a
never had one as far as I know. What are they?
What they're candy? They're candy coated peanuts. They're delicious.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you're a kid and that's the only candy around, well, then you'll take it. Wow. But that's about it.
I mean, for me, I'd almost put those I'd put them in the top 10, or maybe top 7, 6.
Well, that's classic. I like
Yeah,
that.
they're-
I like that.
They're
That's classic.
fantastic. Well, we'll get some next time we hang out. We're up against the clock here, Kevin.
Ugh.
God, we miss seeing you. We miss,
Those are just always the worst. Especially we didn't get that last week.
Yeah, you
Didn't
ditched
get
us
my-
last week. I offered you Thursday. You
Um,
said, well, weird. I'm going to be on a plane. You know, I have work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how you painted that when I can't do the day that we're scheduled to do and that we always do and that you were looking forward to, Kevin. Could we do the next day? And then when I say, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to be on a plane, it's my fault.
It's
Yep,
a
that sounds
national
just like a
holiday.
woman.
Did Kevin just say?
Did I just call you a woman? And that's not an insult, by the way.
No. I take it as a compliment. Thank you. But did you just say you're looking forward to our time together?
I always look forward to time
loves
together,
us.
guys.
He loves us. He doesn't even have to say it. Well, we love you, Kevin.
Yeah, we love you, Kevin. Have safe travels out to
Bye,
out to
Kevin.
Boston. We'll see you next week.
Right on.
Thanks. There he goes.
I love you.
Yeah. He's our buddy. He's our pal, Kevin AC. There.
He's way nicer to you guys than he is to us on the Darren Smith show.
He's not nice to you.
He's
There's never
nice.
been a
He's
been a
nice.
moment Kevin hasn't been
that
nice.
wasn't right. That wasn't right. He is way more pleasant with you. Like he is just so laid back and free and relaxed.
Listen, J-Riff, when you know your best buds are all hanging out, you just relaxed, all right? You're just chatting, okay? It's cool. We got some breaking news, by the way.
Alex
to
Morgan
get to.
did not make the national team.
Who? That
You know who Alex Morgan is. That's not.
No, I didn't hear the name. That's why I was saying who. It wasn't me being dumb this time. It was just I didn't hear the name. She didn't make the national team.
Not for the Olympics.
So Bryson DeChambeau, Caitlin Clark, Alex Morgan.
What
Snubs.
are we doing?
You know what? Team USA, you're about to lose a fan.
Listen, yeah, you know what? You know what team I am? Team Wayne and Chloe.
Team Wayne and Chloe.
Team Wayne and Chloe.
WK,
SD
baby.
Fat Loss. Yeah, buddy. SDFatLoss.com. That's where we go. That's where we went to lose a bunch of weight. Okay. You may be thinking about losing weight yourself. Maybe you're thinking about starting one of these fad diets. Maybe you've gone to the doctor and you've asked about a prescription medication diet and thought, I don't know. I don't know what the side effects are going to be. I don't know what's in this shot that I'm putting in my body. Maybe I don't want to do that. I'm telling you right now, the answer is you don't. You don't want to put that in your body. What you want to do is lose weight the healthy way. And then what you want to do when you work so hard to lose weight is you want to keep the weight off. And with those fad diets, you don't. You yo-yo diet. You lose weight while you're on the fad diet. And as soon as you stop, you gain the weight right back. And then some. How do I know? Because I've done it. I've been there before, not with SDFatLoss.com. Did it without exercising, without counting calories, without drinking some weird shake or eating some weird food that I don't like. I just followed along with the program that Wayne and Chloe put together for me at SDFatLoss.com, and I lost a bunch of weight. In fact, I lost 31 pounds in 8 weeks' time. They say you're going to lose between 20 and 30. I blew right past that. Rich did as well, 35 gone. Fletch did as well, 45 plus gone here, all with SDFatLoss.com. The point of the story is it works. And if you go to SDFatLoss.com, they will set you up with a free consultation. You've got nothing to lose except unwanted weight by going to SDFatLoss.com. And if you do sign up, mention the show Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, and you'll save yourself $200. Some San Diego news coming up right around the corner.
We also have bigger breaking news. And by big, I mean huge, massive, tall.
Okay. That's all coming up on the other side. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Hit us up on the talkback mic. Just open up the free iHeartRadio app. Listen to San Diego Sports 760 and tap that little microphone icon next to the play button to leave a 30-second talkback with the talkback mic. Only on the free iHeartRadio app. San Diego Sports 760. We go where you go. Ow! Make them say, na 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 na. Woo! Talkback Mike. It's Big Rich City and Fletch at San Diego Sports 760. Don't forget that the voting deadline just about 24 hours away. If you'd like to vote for Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis Arraez, Jurickson Profar, and Manny Machado to send them to the All-Star game, go to Padres.com/All-Star. You can vote 5 times a day, so make sure you do that. Let's send our boys to the All-Star game.
5 times per email. A lot of us have multiple emails.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which,
Okay, just beating the system there. Breaking news, Fletch, what do we got?
I've heard from Rich Ornberger.
You heard? Okay.
That's breaking news number 1.
That's
okay.
huge.
And so he's alive.
I don't know. He sent me a video that he was working on editing, and I have to finish editing. I think he's about to head to the airport.
Oh, okay.
So Rich Ornberger is alive.
Wait, he could have been here the whole time?
I guess so. I don't know. He might be on the plane editing. I honestly have
news.
no idea. But he sent me a video. So cool. It was actually the us making chairs video.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like an hour and 20 minutes because that's how long it took me to make the chair. Travis was done in like 15 minutes.
That's how long we were sitting in there?
And he's got it down to 1:20. So it's pretty good. Breaking news item number 2. Team China for the Olympics coming up. Their women's basketball team has a 7'5" player.
Their women's basketball team?
She's 16 years old and she is 7'5", and she's actually like coordinated and can play a little bit.
Wow.
So we're screwed, basically.
Wow.
Well, you need more than just one.
Whoa.
You need more than just one player.
There is no I in team.
Well, we didn't have Caitlin Clark on the U.S. Olympics team.
You also have to remember, like, you're playing a lot of games at a lot of different times. Like she's going to get tired. If her team around her isn't very good, we'll be fine.
Breaking news item number 3, TD.
The pandas are on their way. The pandas from China are on a boat, I guess.
Pandas?
Yeah.
At the San Diego Zoo, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got breaking news.
What's that?
Breaking news number 4?
4 pieces of breaking news.
I'm back tomorrow.
There it is. Jonathan Rifkin will be back sitting in for Rich Ornberger. Who do we thank today, Fletch?
Kevin Acey, J-Riff, Roadies, Dogs, Hangers, Bangers, TD, Rich,
Fletch.
me, Thank you.
Mike Usher.
Who won the New Kids on the Block tickets? Jim,
That was a long time ago.
Steve, Scott, Paul.
Yeah, that was a long time
Sherry.
ago. I don't.
Judith.
Okay.
No, it was Thomas. Thomas. I think it was Thomas.
Thomas. Thanks, buddy. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow. The Herd is next.